Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. And do you want the other? Do you want Jordan to touch his mic too?
Test 1 2. Test. Are we good? All right.
And number 3, Max Gomes takes it in for the 2-point conversion. With 6:04 left in the ball game, your score, Hillmen 24.
Okay, are you ready for me to go? I can't hear you. Live from Ralph Lefevre Stadium in Auburn, California, it's the Placer Hillmen taking on the Casa Roble Rams. And with that, Placer football is back on KAHI. Mark the Phantom Low here. Coming back behind the mic, thrilled to be behind the mic as the Hillmen are taking on the Casa Roble Rams tonight. We were without football on KAHI for a year. I was without football on KAHI for a couple of years. And now I'm back and thrilled to bring the Hillmen back on KAHI. And what a game we have tonight as the Casa Roble Rams come in to face the Placer Hillmen here at Lefevre Stadium. And it was 6 years ago, as fact, that I covered my first Placer game going to Casa to take on Casa Roble. And I heard just a couple of days ago to pull this all together that it was my first time covering the Placer Hillmen as well. And it's the editor of the Gold Country Media, Mr. Jordan Georgeson. Jordan, thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Time flies. It feels like just yesterday we were sitting there in Orangevale, and I was a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed new sports reporter, and now I'm back here for my 6th season covering high school football, and I think 4th time out of the last 6 years seeing this opener. Yeah,
like we said, the 6th time in a row. The home team, as you noted in one of your columns, has won every year. So Casa leads the series 3-2. Looking forward to a great one. This is a Casa team, Jordan, that made it to the section final in D5 last year. Lost that to Sutter. While on the other side of the ball, Placer losing in the first round. But you've told me, and when I talked to Coach Montoya, he also told me, this was maybe the most injury-riddled year that the Hillmen have had.
Yeah, I think if you look at this Placer team last year, finishing 6-5 with 18 starters sidelined at the end of the year, I mean, it's something you don't often see. That team almost felt like it overachieved a little bit. Remember, this is a team with 18 stars out that went toe-to-toe with Roseville on the road, who ended up winning the D4 section title. This is a team that before quarterback Chase Rodarty got hurt, he went out there with a broken ankle taped up in that 12 Bridges game and gave the Raging Rhinos all they could handle, a team that went 10-0. This is a team that was leading East Union in the second half on the road, an East Union team that beat 12 Bridges and went to that section final. So this kind of feels like a team that, yeah, they went 6-5 when just about everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. And now I think they're really excited about this group out here, finally healthy and ready to make a run at this league title and a section title.
Well, let's talk about Coach Joey Montoya. In his 20th year, I read in your friend Joe Davidson's column here at Placer. And when I talked to him a couple days ago, even he didn't realize how many wins he had until he saw it in there at 184. So he's closing in on 200. He's very excited about this team, of course. But, you know, he has brought, I don't know if Placer fans remember before Joey Montoya, he has brought such a excellence to this program that Placer fans come out here year after year and expect to see top-notch football. And I really think that this is a year they're going to be very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't make the playoffs 17 seasons in a row by accident. This is a program that expects to be playing November football, and it says something about your program when a 6-5 season and a section quarterfinal exit feels like kind of a disappointing season there. And, you know, a lot of that, like we said, was injury problems, but this is a group that, you know, talking to them in our preseason previews and being out here at practices, they feel like they expect to be playing at Hughes Stadium at the end of the season. And when you set that type of expectation, you know that other teams are going to read that too, and you have a chance to go prove it. And this team is going to be battle-tested with a tough schedule, and they have a chance right now to go make a statement on opening night.
Yeah, a tough schedule on their schedule. At least 4 teams, maybe more, that made it to the section semis last year. A couple of finalists and 1 champion in Roseville. But looking at the game tonight, Jordan, there's a couple of things. First of all, we have 2 teams that are going to have a lot of guys who play both ways. And some of that is because they're smaller schools, and some of that because these guys are just excellent athletes. And we'll talk about a couple of these guys. They're going to be standouts all season long. But also, I think we start with the fact that both of these teams, both with championship aspirations, are starting sophomores at quarterback.
Yeah, I think that's something that's very rare to see, and it's kind of interesting, too, because you have one sophomore at quarterback that was on varsity last year, played as a freshman, Chase Rodarty, but an injury cut that season short. And then you have another sophomore quarterback over here in Casa Roble, in Jericho Pitnikoff, which I think might be one of my favorite quarterback names in this entire section.
Especially because Jericho's with a K.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that is pretty good.
Maybe we'll see him throw some Jericho missiles tonight out there. But, I mean, you see these programs leaning on sophomore quarterbacks to trust them. Chris Horner, another very seasoned head coach out here. So when they're giving a nod to a sophomore quarterback, usually it means that this is a guy that you trust to lead that program, because these are complicated offenses to run. So if a sophomore's got the football IQ, the poise to go out there and be a leader and, you know, lead this team out there, that says something about who they are as a young man. And I'm excited to watch it. The last sophomore quarterback that started for Casa Roble turned out to be pretty good in Aiden Lopez. So.
Yeah, who was the player of the year last year. And that's the kind of shoes that Pitnikoff is trying to fill this year. And talking to both coaches, as I'm sure you did as well, the way they talked about their sophomore quarterbacks a little different. Now, Joey Montoya talked about Rodarty, and as you mentioned, Jordan, he played last year. He played very well last year, threw for almost 500 yards. And Joey's out there, and he says that, you know, we're going to run some 1 receiver sets. We're going to run some 2 receiver sets. We're going to put in some plays because we're going to take advantage of the arm that we've got with Rodarty. And obviously, running the Placer offense takes a lot of execution, a lot of smarts anyway. On the other hand, Pitnikoff on the other side won a quarterback battle. And Chris Horner almost sounded like he said, you know, I didn't want to do it, but he's the guy who played better. He's the guy who's going to go out there, and he's got some great weapons as well in Casa.
And I think that's a kudos to both coaches here, really, because with Rodarty, running a wing T offense is a hard thing to do. It helps that he grew up around this program with his dad being the defensive coordinator. And kudos to Montoya for tweaking that playbook and knowing the strengths that you have and knowing it can open things up a little bit more with a guy like Rodarty. And then Pitnikoff, I mean, for Horner to recognize, hey, this sophomore is the one that won this battle, that's earned this right. The development he's going to get, the confidence you're giving that sophomore is huge. And, yeah, maybe there might be a few jitters. You're on the road in a tough environment. The crowd's going with the blackout theme tonight with the student section. I'm sure they're going to want to let him hear it and let him be a little rattled. It is a big jump from that JV to the varsity game. But, you know, if Horner thinks he's ready, I have no reason to trust that he won't be ready. And I saw a post today, too, that said that Pitnikoff started playing football late. When he went to his parents, they actually said they were kind of like, you've never played football before. What's going on? And 2 years later now, he's starting a varsity game as a sophomore. So a testament to the hard work he's put in.
Yeah, I tried that with my parents, too. I ended up on the swimming team, so it didn't quite work out the same thing. Before we get to break, and it's our first broadcast, so forgive us a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, if we're not as smooth as we should be. I want to talk to you about one person on each side that, as good as everybody else is, are just over and above coming in, and it's Gage Esty from Placer, and then Donaden Tupou from Casa Roble. This is a guy who was an all-state linebacker as a sophomore, and the dangerous thing, Jordan, that I always see when I look at these teams is a defensive guy, especially a linebacker, deciding he's going to become a running back, because you know they're hard to bring down. Esty and Tupou, I think, are going to be 2 guys that everybody's going to be watching tonight.
And I think they're going to have some big collisions, too, because both of them play both ways. So you're going to see those guys probably bashing heads a few times. I'm sure both of them want to set the tone early with some big hits. I mean, what can you say about Tupou? I love a hard-nosed physical runner, and when you get a linebacker switching to that running back position, you're going to get exactly that. And it's crazy to say we're going to see a Casa Roble team that might want to ground and pound you and a Placer team that might want to air it out. But that's kind of what we get with a guy like Tupou. And then on the other side, Gage Esty, I mean, he looks the part, great kid. He is every bit of what you want in an offensive lineman, especially just your typical Placer, mountain town type of guy. But UCLA commit, so you know he's just as sharp in the classroom as he is on the field. He's been highly touted. The Esty family is all produce great linemen out here at Placer. So great by him, and I think it's going to be a really good battle watching those two go at it.
There you go, Jordan Georgeson from Gold Country Media. We're going to take a very short break here. Come back. We've got a special guest, kind of a superintendent or something, which is way above my pay grade. And we'll talk with Jordan again when we come back on the Placer pregame on KAHI 104.5 AM 950, your voice of the foothills.
It's kind of hard not hearing myself because I'm like, am I close enough to the mic?
Oh, yeah.
Flag comes in.
I'm supposed to have copy and everything. I don't have it.
They called that?
Yes. I got you.
All right, I'll vacate the seat.
Am I right?
So he's all ready.
Okay. Everything going okay?
Flag's being picked up.
Yeah, well, I just got to get used to how I can talk to you and not be on the air at the same time. So it's going to take a minute for me to figure that out. I knew that we were going to do break around 7:10, but I wasn't exactly sure. Are Russ ready to come back? Welcome back to the Placer pregame. Mark the Phantom Low here, along with Jordan Georgeson. We are expecting to be joined by an assistant superintendent. And Jordan, if I get an assistant superintendent in here, that's going to take your place. I'm sorry, I know you're a big deal.
I mean,
But
I
you're
feel
not
like
an
that's above
assistant.
my pay grade.
Yeah, that's
you know.
way above your pay grade. But while we have a second here, take a look at Placer. Take a look at Placer beyond this game. And again, this is a big game because whoever wins this game has a nice notch in the belt when it comes to seeding at the end of the year. You know, yeah, Casa's in a little bit lower division, but they still a win over the Rams is a big deal, and of course the win over the Hillmen is the same way. Take a look down the road at Placer's season a little bit, and tell me what you expect to see as they've got, you know, they're going to go play East Union. They've got a tough schedule.
I mean, they're going to be battle tested. After this one, they've got Ripon coming to town. This is a Ripon team that brings up a JV squad that went 10-0. They're very excited about what they have down there at Ripon. Ripon's always one of those programs too, competing for that D6 section title.
Okay.
I expect them to come in here and want to make some noise against Placer. Then going on the road to Laguna Creek. Last year, that Laguna Creek team gave Placer everything they can handle. A lot of athletes on that team. I want to say it was like a 46-34 final score, something like that. Going on the road out there against a bigger school, that's always a challenge for a small school like Placer. And then Rio Linda, always a physical football team, kind of an old league rivalry there.
Yeah,
so
I know.
They're going to bring
it's
it.
nice that they still play them, really,
Yeah,
I think.
it's good to see that one. And then,
Yeah.
that East Union game, possibly getting revenge on that playoff game from last year. And then, I mean, we can't say enough about how good the FVL is this
Right.
year. Del Campo, always an athletic school. 12 Bridges, 3 straight 10-0 regular seasons, 30 straight regular season wins. That doesn't happen by accident. I think they've lost 2 games. They're 30-2 or 33-2 over the last couple years, and those losses have all been in the section final, state championship game, and section quarterfinals.
Right.
So they look the part. They still bring back a lot of weapons. A Yuba City team that's expected to be very, very strong with running back Judah Allen this year. And then Nevada Union, always tough to go there. And closing it out with Roseville, a defending section champ Roseville team. Yes, they lose pretty much every offensive starter. They bring back 7 starters on defense. So that defense can set the tone and give your offense time to get going. It's not going to be an easy schedule for the Hillmen this year, but they have the pieces to really make some noise and claim their first league title since, I believe, 2023.
You mentioned East Union. I thought it was funny. Last year, East Union could have well been a member of the FVL because didn't they play Placer, then 12 Bridges, and then Roseville in the playoffs?
Yeah, and all 3 were great games, too.
Yeah, they were great games, and Roseville came in and they won the section title. Jordan, I'm going to boot you out of here because I got my guy Steve Caminiti coming in, and we are fast friends. We met a couple of minutes ago, and Steve, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the Placer pregame here on KAHI.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks
my
for having
first real guest
Oh,
because
perfect.
Jordan doesn't really count. Before we get into this, and I don't even know if we'll talk about this at all, but what is your official title?
Yeah, thanks. My name's Steve Caminiti. I'm the Deputy Superintendent here for the Placer Union High School District.
Okay, I want to know what a deputy superintendent does.
Great
I want to know
question.
if you get a badge because being a deputy. But the first thing I want to ask you, and I know you don't want to talk about this, but we're at a football game, and you're a football dad.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Isaiah is your son, number 2, I believe,
Yes,
on the Hillmen.
number 2.
And Jordan and I was talking. My sons are a little bit older for high school. They played sports when they were in high school. And I was talking to Jordan about this. I want your take. What position that your kid could play is the toughest on a parent in sports?
Oh, man. Well, I grew up playing aquatic sports, not football. So every position in football, watching your kid, you cheer a lot and you hope they get up every single time. But he's a running back and a safety, so he's in the mix quite a bit.
Yeah, that's true. It's right. With the caveat that football, obviously, you're hoping
Right.
everybody is fine after every play. But to me, it's when the most attention is, like Isaiah is out there. Like you say, he's a running back. He's got teammates. He's got a defense as a defensive back. To me, if you're the quarterback, that's got to be tough on a parent.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
the one I think is the toughest on a parent is the pitcher in baseball.
Oh, sure.
As I had a son
sure.
that was a pitcher, he didn't pitch very often, but when he did, I was looking for somewhere to hide.
Yep, always. Yeah, you just want your kid to do the best they possibly can and come out healthy.
Now, is your son Isaiah? Is he a senior now?
Yes, he is a senior.
Okay, so how is his journey been through Placer High School?
Oh, we couldn't be more happy. I used to be the principal here at Placer High School,
Okay, you're dropping knowledge on me like crazy.
and he's just been super blessed by having Coach Montoya and Coach Rodari and the whole staff as a whole. His 4 years here at Placer has been a great experience. Couldn't ask for anything better experience for him as an individual, not just a football player, but as an individual, as a young man. The character traits that our coaches promote and preach to the kids, it's second to none.
Yeah, having a coach who's been here like 20 years this year, what a blessing. In the community like this that supports football the way that does and everything else. Now, does Isaiah play any other sports?
He does track and field also.
Okay, is he a field athlete?
He's a
track
jumper and a sprinter.
Okay, so he's getting the whole experience. That is really exciting. Okay, so let's finally turn our attention to you.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, enough about the kid. Let's turn our attention to you. Deputy Superintendent of Schools?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, what the heck? Well, this is my 15th year in Placer Union High School District, and I have a great job. I get to support all of our schools. Of course, my kids. In the whole district, that for Colfax and Forest Hill and Del Oro and Placer and all our administrators in the district.
Okay, so and you said you were principal.
I was principal.
So
and
is this a
assistant
life
principal
of
here.
public service we're talking about?
Yeah, this is 25 years.
Is
Yeah.
that the way when you started out? Well, let's turn the clock back.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a young man. but
Yeah,
let's
right.
turn the clock
I don't
back,
feel young.
25 years.
Yeah.
I'll probably get you down to about 11.
Yeah, right,
Let's
right,
do that.
right. Yeah,
And,
thank you. You're
what
kind.
was the focus? What was the objective for Steve Caminiti?
Yeah, I think coming out of college, I wanted to serve. I wanted to actually thought I was going to be pre-med, but ended up going the teaching route. And I loved interacting with kids and teaching them about biology and coaching, as I said before, in aquatics. And then it just turned into more leadership opportunities, and here I am now. Yeah.
Well, you're a great person to ask this. We always say the kids, these kids today. They said it back in my day. Have kids to you fundamentally changed?
I think teenagers have always been teenagers. I think across the board at all of our schools, and of course I'm biased, I think we have great schools and we have great kids that are doing amazing things in our community. Most of our staff, especially here at Placer, over a third of them were students at Placer, and they came back and are teaching here and contributing to the communities. But teenagers, of course, there's new challenges with technology, but our kids are great.
We did a coaches show the other day, and there were a couple of members of the band there.
Yeah.
And they were talking about being part of the band when they're playing the song after the game. And I noticed this. I did the games for 3 years in the early 2020s. And so I noticed this doing it then is, I don't know, I know every school does a part of that or something like that, but it really hits hard watching Placer. It really means something to the students, it means something to the fans, and it's really a great moment. And I thought the kids the other night conveyed that perfectly, the way they felt about being part of that and being part of that for everybody else. It was really nice.
Yeah, I think the connection here with the marching band, at our basketball events, at our football events, they are part of the team as a whole. As the culture here at Placer High School, it's special. And we have a new band director tonight. I'm excited for him. His first field show, Mr. Carr, our new teacher.
Yeah, we're actually going to carry that halftime on the radio. I think it's the first time they've done that, and I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'm excited for him.
Well, this is great. You've had to fight against the end of the JV game and now the band coming out.
Yeah.
The JVs went to Placer 24-13. So, Steve, I'm going to thank you for coming up.
My pleasure.
It was great to meet you.
You
I
too.
appreciate you spending some
Thanks for
time
covering
with
our
us.
kids.
And good luck to Isaiah and his teammates tonight.
Yeah, go Placer.
Steve Caminetti, the deputy supervisor of Placer County, which means I'm going to bring my guy Jordan Georgeson back in as I fight the marching band. The boss didn't tell me the first night I was going to. He said I've got to do a lot of stuff, Jordan. He never said I had to fight a marching band that I thought the other night they said it's like 95 strong. Does that make sense to you?
That sounds like it. The Golden Hillmen Marching Band. I mean, they just keep coming more and more. They've also put on one of the best halftime shows. What I love about it, when you watch them play, half the time you're going to see, one of your starting football players. We've had the starting center out there playing the oboe and a cheerleader, playing the clarinet, or I don't even know what the instruments are, but they're out there playing them.
I like the oboe. That's one of my favorites. Both teams have taken the field for pregame warm-ups. It is the Placer's the blackout tonight, huh?
Yeah, first time in school history that they're wearing black uniforms, according to Joey Montoya. And, hey, that's a catch-22 because you win the first game in the black uniforms. Everyone loves them, but, hey, you go out there and you lose the first game in the black uniforms. People are calling for those to get thrown in the back of the shed.
Casa is in the white and kind of silver, kind of an old-school Oakland Raiders color.
That's what
really,
it looks like.
All I care about, Jordan, and I shouldn't be admitting this in the first game, all I care about is that the numbers stand out so I can read them.
Yeah, so far.
It does look really good, and we got to admit that you and I have actually done Placer games together. I think we went to Grass Valley and did Placer against Nevada Union.
Yeah, I believe
from a little table behind the stand where we could almost see the field.
Hey, I remember that game. You want to know what I remember the most about that one, Phantom? Was Nevada Union had their starting quarterback. We got the depth chart, and then they ended up scratching the starting quarterback, and nobody told us. So we were calling the quarterback by the wrong name, and I was like, hey, that's the other number. We're like, no, the coach told us it's this guy. It must just have got him mixed up or something.
I noticed that in the fourth quarter, and I never was going to mention it again to anybody. But thanks to you for bringing it up for everybody.
I think the statute of limitations have passed.
Okay. That was a lot of fun. Grass Valley, that's a fun place to go to and watch a game. I always like going to Ponderosa, too. I thought that was a nice field.
Yeah,
the sun peeks its way through here. We've had some nice overcast. Now, you and I have some experience out here. The early games, the early in the season games, usually it's about 92 degrees, and the sun is coming right into the press box. Today we are a little overcast, and so it wasn't so bad. Now the sun peeking through, I think we should be okay. So we kind of got it lucky today, Jordan.
We did, and that sun's coming through right now. I think it hurt us, saying this. And it's like, hey, we're going to come in and we're going to get you. But, we've been lucky. We got to see that whole JV game. We weren't roasting 100 degrees on opening night. And, I mean, what a night for kickoff. Great sunset, a great matchup, a packed house. I mean, there's not much negative you could say about this environment right now.
I do want to mention, we mentioned Don Aiden Tupou, we mentioned Gage Esty. There's a couple other names I want to throw out at you, and the first one's going to come from Casa. This is a guy who caught 37 balls last year, over 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he was third on the team in tackles, and that's number 2, Carter Koss. And he's a guy that Joe shouted out in his preview, as he did with Tupou. And this is the kind of guy that, a couple years back, Cole Owens was a player for Casa Roble. He was an incredible ball player. Carter Koss kind of reminds me of him, and this is a guy, obviously, that the Hillmen are going to have to pay a lot of attention to.
Yeah, especially in Casa Roble always seems to have a receiver. You had Cole Owens, you had Elijah Huddle, you had guys that. Connor Campbell made that switch from quarterback to receiver and looked great. So Casa Roble is always going to have solid receivers, and it becomes iron sharpens iron when the guy in front of you is so good. But I think this is also a Placer secondary that's seen a lot of good receivers, and they know what to expect with it. But, yeah, this is a Casa Roble offense, especially if you're breaking in a sophomore quarterback. You're going to lean on a target that you trust, and a guy like Cross is going to be that for them.
Yeah, and it's probably, as you mentioned with Esty and Tupou, we got Koss, we got Josiah Day. We got a couple of guys that are going to be playing both ways. So they're going to be running up against each other all the time. And Josiah is another guy that when I talked to Coach Joey Montoya the other day, he went for about 360, 370 yards on the ground last year when obviously the burden was on a couple of other players. But Coach Montoya really thinks that this is a guy who has the ability to be one of the best backs this decade, and you and I know there have been some great ones.
Yeah, especially, and I think the big thing with the day too is he was a leading tackler last year, and then coming in, doing what he did, he was maybe RB4, RB5 in that depth chart with the room they had, but they had to lean on him. He came in, showed great things. Ryan Alonzo, another one that came in, showed great things. I mean, this is a deep backfield, and a lot of these guys too are just guys waiting for their turn, really, and this is a group that Joey Montoya doesn't throw that around lightly. I've only heard him say this guy has the opportunity to be one of the best backs here a couple times, and it's with guys like a Baylor Kelly, a Lavelle Davis, you know, guys that are these all-metro type of guys. So if he's giving you that high praise with some of the guys he's coached here, that means you've definitely earned it.
Yeah, and some of the names we mentioned, like I said, there's a lot of these guys. Day is one of them, Cost is one of them, Tupou, Esty, they're all playing both ways. So you're going to be hearing a lot of the same names tonight. Jordan Keller, another name you'll hear from Casa Roble. He's a running back and a defensive back. And as far as Placer is concerned, obviously Rodarte is key. Joe White and we talked with Steve Caminetti, Isaiah Caminetti, another two-way player. So there's going to be a certain amount of guys here that you're going to hear on both sides of the ball, and they're going to come across each other. But two guys I wanted to mention, Jordan, and these guys, through no farther on, they crack me up. It's the Wolverton brothers. Landon and Lucas Wolverton, number 40, 51 and 55. They're on Casa. They were sophomores last year as starters. They're juniors this year. Chris Horner is over the moon about these two guys. He says these guys are the in other words, they can get nasty, and they can get nasty in a hurry. And them against Esty up front and a couple other guys. Hopefully Brendan Collins will be able to play tonight. Guys like that, that's going to be a fantastic matchup in the trenches. You and I both know we've watched enough Placer football. That's where the games are won.
Yeah, especially, and Casa Roble's always got guys in the trenches too. We've seen some great offensive and defensive line battles between these two. The Wolvertons, the next in that group, and I love the name too. I mean, it almost sounds like guys that should be playing lacrosse or something like that, but coming out here getting dirty in the trenches, and I think you worded that perfect. A nice guy until they don't need to be. That's exactly what I want out of my offensive lineman. That's exactly how a lot of these guys coach out here. Hey, between the whistles, I'm going to be the first one driving you into the ground, but I'll be the hand picking you up after, saying, hey, let's do that again on the next round. I love that in offensive lineman. I'm excited to see what that battle looks like tonight.
Yeah, when I first heard the Wolvertons, I thought they'd be on like PBS coming up after Bridgerton, after Bridgerton, all new episode of the Wolvertons. But you're going to hear their names a lot tonight. And I said a lot of the guys playing both ways. There are two of them. Also, on the both sides of the ball, starting 7 juniors. And they had a great team last year, and if they grow into it, a lot of those juniors had experience as sophomores, but that sets them apart.
Yeah, it really does, and I think that's a big thing is, yes, they may be juniors on the roster, but they're not juniors in experience. They're like a senior out there, and that's going to be huge tonight, too. That's where I think is going to be the interesting battle of who's got the more experience, the guys who got in because of injuries or the guys that came up because they were sophomores.
It's going to be a great game, Jordan. Thanks a lot. We'll be back. We're going to take another short break here. We'll be back with a little bit more pregame, and we'll get some starting liners for you because we're just about ready to kick this one off from Lefevre Stadium. You're listening to Placer Football on 104.5 FM and AM 950. KAHI, your voice of the foothills. That was good. You let me know, and I could understand you, and that was terrific. Welcome back, Placer pregame. Mark the Phantom Low, along with my special guest, Gold Country Media sports editor, right? Jordan Dorson is
Director of
official.
Sports Content, I think, is the official title.
Director of Sports Content.
I don't know if that's above or below editor, but it's
Wow.
something.
Well, I will say you put in your dues. You and I met, 8-9 years ago when working for the Lincoln Potters, and you were writing recaps, and that has turned into what it is today. I think we've given some good attention here to this game tonight. It's a big one. I want you to tell me, Dorn, Placer County is not just Placer Hillmen. They're huge and everything, but there's a lot of other schools that play in Placer County that are in your coverage area. And I know you're excited about doing all of them, but there's a couple of them that are really jumping off the page for you this year.
Yeah, I think, if we want to just keep it in the Placer Union High School District, I think Colfax is a team that's going to make a push for the league title this year. I don't think I've seen a team take a year-to-year jump like Colfax has this year. This is a team that went 4-6 last year, back-to-back 4-6 seasons, which is uncharacteristic there. Everyone's put on 30 pounds in the offseason. They brought in an MMA fighter, a professional cage fighter, to run their strength and conditioning program, and it's paid off. They look like a group that's ready to make a run for a league title. And
so they were 4-6 last year?
Yes.
And they're making
that jump, and they were a young team last year. A lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors. They started coming on at the end. I think they started 1-5, but they ended the season 4-6. So, that's a big thing right there is, some of those young guys were just getting used to playing the varsity game, and they hit the ground running once they got used to it. And then Del Oro's a team that I think is going to be very good this year. They can compete in Division II, which is going to be a deep bracket, so it's easier said than done. There's about 6 teams that right now look like they can win that bracket, but Del Oro is certainly one of them. Transfer quarterback Luke Tabor from Oak Ridge, he's going to have to sit out the first 5 games, but he's going to be a problem. Landon Perry, the son of the head coach, is a college kid, especially, he looks like his dad's got the same frame, and his dad went on to play in a Super Bowl. And then Darius Dismukes, barely seen any varsity snaps at tight end, but already committed to Eastern Washington. So if you're getting D1 offers with limited playing time, you have to be a dude. And even up in Forest Hill, making that championship run last year, they bring back some guys from that team. They're going to be interesting. Rockland's going to be a good program this year. Wood Creek as well. Whitney looks like they're improved. It's a good area for football this year.
Well, my people in the studio are telling me I got to go to commercials again. I guess we're selling this show out. It's so good. So we're going to take a short break. Back with more in the pregame on 104.5 FM AM 950. Cahill, your voice of the foothills.
Works for me?
I'm sorry, dude.
No, all good. All good.
I'm Jordan Maurer with Maurer Law. With offices in Auburn, Lincoln, Grass Valley, and Truckee, we represent people in serious injury, wrongful death, and elder abuse cases. Once a junior Hillman myself, our firm is proud to sponsor the 2026 Placer Hillman football season. Local roots, client first, trial ready. Call us at 530-745-6861 or visit maurer.law. That's MAURER.law.
Robinson Sand and Gravel has been a supporter of Placer High School for almost 80 years. It is our pleasure to be a premier play-by-play sponsor of the 2026 Hillman football season. At Robinson Sand and Gravel, our dedicated team provides a full line of constructive aggregates, decorative landscape rock, specialty soils, and customer yard pickup. For all your needs, Robinson Sand and Gravel is here to rock you. Rock 'em Hillman.
When it comes to your vehicle, count on Strictly Toyonda. Your satisfaction is our highest priority, whether your vehicle needs routine maintenance or major repairs. Our team is ready to get you back on the road. Strictly Toyonda is a proud sponsor of Placer Hillman football right here on KAHI, and we'll be cheering them on all season long. Call us today at 530-887-0808. We'll see you at Strictly Toyonda, and go Hillman!
And we're back, Placer pregame. Mark the Phantom Low, along with my guest, Jordan Georgeson. And Jordan, I cut you off a little bit there so we could, pay the bills and everything. Don't give short shrift to those last couple of teams you were talking about. Go ahead and go over that again for us.
I think one of the big ones to keep an eye on is Rockland. They graduated a lot of talent last year, but I mentioned it with Darius Dismukes at Del Oro. They've got a quarterback in Parker Lively. Hasn't taken a varsity snap yet. He's already got an offer to Sac State. He's getting interest from a few other schools. You have to be a good quarterback if you're able to reel in a Division I offer before you've even seen the field on a Friday night. They have a JV team that went 10-0 and won a lot of those games comfortably, so I think Rockland's going to be a team that's going to They're going to be young. They're going to take some lumps, but they're going to be a team to look out for once they get up to speed. Whitney looks like an improved group under head coach Brian Brickey. A lot of first-year head coach for him. A lot of these guys played up as sophomores. Now they're seniors. This is going to be their chance. I don't think you can count out a Granite Bay team coached by Joe Catolico. His son, Dominic Catolico, possibly one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the area. And then it's hard to count out a Wood Creek team that won a section title last year and brings back 16 starters for that team. They're going to be excited about that group here, and they have no reason not to be. And quarterback Dylan England could have a better arm than Joey Melendez did, and that's saying something because he could sling it.
Well, Jordan, we've got Casa has completed their warm-ups, and they're on their sideline. The Hillmen are still working out. The referees are out on the field. It looks like we're just about ready to get going here. We'll get the captains out there for the Hillmen tonight. The captains, according to Coach Joy Montoya, the aforementioned Isaiah Caminiti, also Ernesto Morales, Ryan Alonzo, and Gage Esty. So those four will be the captains tonight for the Placer Hillmen. As we get ready to start this one, our first game back after a year off on KAHI with the Placer football. They asked the people, Jordan, in the community, they said, what do you want to see? And they said, we want to hear more, we want to hear football again. They didn't ask them who they wanted to broadcast it, so I think we're okay. But they do want the football, so we'll give them that, and you'll cover the football. And I know you've been looking forward to this one for a while, and you mentioned I think the next time maybe you're going to be out here will be when the Raging Rhinos come to town.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what the schedule looks like. I've got maybe the first couple weeks planned out, but that's one I've had circled. I think it's a safe bet to think I'll be out here for that one. It's always been a good game, and it's kind of interesting because, you know, 12 Bridges had Placer's number in recent years, but at the same time, it still feels like a rivalry even though it's been one-sided because the games have been so close. You know they're always on a collision course for each other for the league title and in the postseason, and I think the big rivalry is Joey Montoya and Chris Bean. They've been having battles together since Bean was at Lincoln, and really, I mean, Bean had some time at Bear River too when they were in the PBL.
He was at Bear River when my kids were going in there. So I think it's their quarterback, as we said, is Jericho Pitnikoff. Running back number 6 will be Jordan Keller, and Donaden Tupu, number 3, is the fullback. Carter Koss, who we talked about, the left end. Now the 5 up front. Well, let's get Kamani Burks, who is starting out at the right end for the Rams, and A.J. Ale is the tight end, number 43. The 5 guys up front, Cooper Anderson's the center, and then the Wolvertons. We talked about it. They're the guards, Landon and Lucas, and the tackles are Jack Ballerini and Luca Miller. And we might see a couple of other guys, but Coach Horner said those are the guys, those 6 guys actually, when you count Ale, are going to be the guys that see the most time on the line. Now, as far as Placer is concerned defensively, up front they've got Sam Trickett, they've got Gage Esty, Brennan Collins, and Ryan Ferrado. Those are the 4 up front. Their linebackers, Ryan Alonzo, Carter Soderman, and Josiah Ade, as we mentioned. In the backfield, Isaiah Caminiti, Riley Nielsen, Jaden Smith, and Ethan Fretlin. Looking defensively for the
number 6, Jordan Keller, and number 21, Uriah Fear. And for your Hillmen, number 2, Isaiah Caminiti.
Offensively for Placer, we're going to go with quarterback Chase Ridardi. Halfback is Joe White and Josiah Ade. Also Isaiah Caminiti, that's the three-man backfield. Ryan Alonzo is split out wide, the wide receivers on the offensive line, the big guys. Sam Trickett, Luis Marquez, Ernesto Morales, Brennan Collins, and Gage Esty. Enzo Scibiani is going to stay sometime at the tight end. This is a 6'3" sophomore, Jordan, whose name sounds like an opera singer. But he's the tight end for the Placer Hillmen. We might see Jaden Smith and Ethan Fretlin also split out wide offensively, but Chase Ridardi is under center. And defensively, finally, for the Rams, some familiar names in the middle of their defensive line. The Wolverton boys, Lucas and Landon. Luca Miller and Jack Ballerini also up front. A.J. Ali is a defensive end. Carter Koss in the backfield along with Jordan Keller. Aiden Ante in the linebacker spot, Donaden Tupu in the linebacker spot, David Aguini and Uriah Fear. Some of the linebackers and backs. We'll also see Braden Bryant who is a sophomore defensive back. We'll also see him for Casa Roble as well. So that's your starting lineups on both sides of the ball. Again, both teams. Brendan Collins, Jordan, a little bit of a tender ankle for Placer, and if he can't go, Ethan Emery will go.
And that would
Ethan Leahy, will go.
And that would be a big loss without Collins. He's really kind of the 2-punch of the 1-2 punch of him and Esty. But
exactly.
If he's able to go, he will.
The field, he'll test it, he'll see how they'll do it, and he'll try to do it. So Jordan Jordan, I thank you very much for coming out and helping me out here. We got the flag coming out for the Placer pregame festivities, and we're going to get our national anthem, so we'll step aside and let the Placer Marching Band play our national anthem. Great performance, what a great production by the marching band, who will get their shift when we go into halftime, as we will be carrying that halftime show live here on KAHI. We're just about ready to get this one started. Mark the Phantom Low, and I thank Steve Caminiti, the Deputy Superintendent of Schools. I thank Jordan Georgeson from Go Country Media for helping us out on the Placer pregame show. It looks like the Hillmen will be receiving the kick. They're going from our left to our right. Peyton Johnston is the kicker, registered kicker for the Casa Roble Rams, and he will come out here. Number 80.
Number 5, Ethan Fretlin.
Looks like
number 11, Ryan Alonzo. Back
Ethan Fretlin and Ryan Alonzo are back for the Placer Hillmen. We're just about ready to get 2026 started. Placer with the JV win, 24-13 over the Rams. So a good night so far, and a good night because we're back. Football back to the foothills right here on KAHI. And referee is ready for the exact right moment to get this one going, and he's found it, and so here we go. And that is going down, handled by Alonzo down on the 4-yard line, coming up right side, 20, 25, and hit by 2 of the Rams at about the 25-yard line. Might have fallen forward to the 26. He's at the 25. It was Ryan Alonzo. And he is down at the 25, so the Hillmen will go 1st and 10 from the 25. David Aguiney with the tackle. Also Ashton Evelson. And here are the Hillmen with Chase Rodarty at quarterback. 1st down and 10 yards to go from their own 25-yard line. 12-minute quarters in high school football, so 11:53. 4-man front with 4 backers and 3 back, 4-4-3 in motion. There's a handoff right up the middle to the 30, the 35, breaking through to the 40, and to the 44-yard line. That'll be a first down. That is number 21, Josiah Day. We talked about him in the pregame, and he's got a gain of about 17 yards and a first down for the Hillmen. Talked about the trenches, and that is a trench win for the Hillmen on that one, and that was off right out to the 44, so give him a gain of 19 on that one. It'll be first down for the Hillmen on the 19. Hillmen with only one back behind Rodarte. Chase turns around, he hands it off up the middle again, 45, 46, out to the 48-yard line. That is Josiah Day once again, his second straight carry. Gets it up to the 48-yard line. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Just getting started here from Lefevre Stadium. The 2026 season. Two teams ranked in the top 15 in the Sacramento Bee. 14 for Placer, 15 for Casa. Motion. And there goes Rodarte. He'll throw to the left side. He's got a man open on the 36, and he's got it, and he fumbles, and it's covered by the Rams. No. The catch was made. The fumble was made. The Rams cover it, and they have possession. First down at the 30-yard line. Aiden Ante with the recovery for the Casa Roble Rams, and the pass was completed. The ball was coughed up, and a promising start for the Hillman offense is thwarted there by the turnover. It's going to be marked at the 28 of the Rams, and so they will take over from there with Jericho Pitnikoff, the quarterback. He's got Jordan Keller and Donaden Topu. Actually, he's got just the single back right now. He'll hand to that single back, and stopped right away at about the 26-yard line for the Hillman defense. Coming over from defense. Now he's an offensive player as well, but that time he is dropped at the 27-yard line. So a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 for the Rams, and they're taking some time getting the play from the sidelines. They've split 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right. Just the single running back behind Pitnikoff. He's in the shotgun. He'll turn, he'll fake it, he'll throw it out to the left side. It is caught out here. Immediately a contact. 2, 3, 4 Hillmen are going to make the stop right about the 26-yard line. I think that was Carter Koss, the receiver on that one. 3 or 4 Hillmen stopping. The first one made the contact, Ryan Alonzo. And then Caminiti came in to close the deal. So 2 good defensive plays. It's a gain of 0, and it'll be a 3rd and 11. The ball on the 26-yard line for the Rams. And again, just the single running back. Tupu. 2 split right. 2 split left for Pitnikoff. Just a 3-man front for the Hillmen. Pitnikoff rolls to his right. He's going to let one fly toward the sideline. It is knocked away by the Placer defender, right about the 40-yard line. So Pitnikoff laid it out there. That's Ethan Fretlin on the defensive play, and that ball was laid out there nicely right about the 40-yard line. So it went about 30 yards in the air, and Fretlin was there to break it up and cause the punt coming up for the Casa Roble Rams. So one negative play, 1 0 play, and 1 incomplete pass. Good job by the Hillman defense here in this first series. 9:30 to go, first quarter. Caminiti will receive the punt for the Hillman. Punt will come from about the 15-yard line. And it is a low punt. It bounces on the 45, bounces up, and Caminiti's going to let it roll, and it takes a good Casa Roble roll. It'll be down at the 32-yard line. It'll be the Hillman taking over 1st and 10 from the 32. So good defensive set after a disappointing offensive start for the Hillman. They ran a couple of really good plays, completed a pass, and then coughed it up. And the defense up to the task. They come in and they stop the Rams cold, and they'll take over at their own 32 with 9:18 to go in the first quarter. Chase Rodarte back out there. He had just the single back a day behind him as both teams went with the single back. We're used to seeing the Hillmen running that full house backfield, but no, it's just a single back as Rodarde is in the shotgun. He hands it right up the middle, and the Wolvertons are right there, and so is everybody else on the front line for the Rams. And that's going to be a gain of nothing for the Placer Hillmen. That's Bobby Gregg carrying the ball this time. Another two-way player, linebacker, fullback. Jordan Keller came up from the back to make the tackle, but he was stacked up by that front line of Wolvertons and Jack Ballerini. Luca Miller also in there. Second down, 10 yards to go. Hand off right side, trying to find a hole. Bounces off one tackler, bounces off another 35, 38-yard line. Knocked out of play at the 38-yard line. That is number 2, Isaiah Caminiti, and he'll get about 7 yards on largely second effort there. He bounced off a couple of Rams defenders, and he's knocked out, and they're going to give him 6 yards on the place. So Ashton Edvilson is on the tackle, number 11 for the Rams. And it will be third down and 4 yards to go. They've got to get it up to the 41-yard line. Coming in right at the end is McGee McAllister. He's got to get set, and he does. That's a quarterback run. Knocked down, getting to the 39, but they're going to stop him there. And it will be a gain of 2, and it'll come up 2 yards short of the first down as Rodarde called his own number. And it looked promising to this beginning, but he was stopped by Tupou and McGinney. So McGinney and Tupou on the defensive stop, and let's see if the Hillmen, what they're going to do here. Rodarde and the offense are still out there. Jaden Smith is in there for the Hillmen. Rodarde under center, and I think they were just trying to draw the Rams off. And the Rams are going to call the timeout. No, that's going to be the Hillmen timeout. The referee signaling the wrong side. So just an attempt to get the Rams to jump off sides, but they are not going to fall for it. And it will be a punt, and it looks like it will be number 17. That is Logan McGee McAllister doing the honors for the Hillmen. Make that Locke McGee McAllister. I knew I had a letter wrong in there. So Locke will be doing the punting. He is a junior wide receiver and free safety, and he's also the punter. At least I hope so, because that's where he's standing right now. So the Rams come up with a good stop after being shredded for a couple of big plays on the first series. That time nothing doing for the and he'll be booting it from about his own 30-yard line. That's a low kick, will hit on the 36. It's going to take a nice bounce, well covered by the Hillmen, picked up and handled. And they tackled him, and he just stood there and then spun away, and it was about 3 more Hillmen came in. So tremendous job by McGee McAllister on the punt and by the special teams to cover it. And that ball is down at about the 15-yard line. Make that the 10-yard line. So a great job by McAllister, a great job by the special teams to pin the Rams back in their own territory at about the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Just the single back behind Pitnikoff. 7:38 to go, first quarter. Everybody's talking about their assignments. Everybody looking up like they're checking out a prairie dog or something. And there is a handoff inside and knocked away, and that ball is loose. Gets back. Who's got it? Looks like the Hillmen might have got it. And let's see what the signal is. A Hillman has ended up in the end zone with the football. I saw it bounce out. I thought the quarterback might have got it back, but we haven't got a signal yet. And we're going to get a recovery, I think, for Hillman, and not an advancement. That is what we're seeing. As the Hillman defense is getting crazy out there. Now they're calming down a little bit, so let's see what the final call is. we would have seen a signal if that was going to be the case. We got coaches from the other side coming out trying to get some clarification, and so are we, quite frankly, as the referees are huddling together and everybody is crowding around. This is kind of an important call here with 6:58 to go first quarter. No score between the Rams and the Hillmen here from Lefevre Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low on the call for KAHI. Happy to be back broadcasting, hopefully broadcasting the first Placer touchdown. And we are going to get a signal. It is Hillman ball. So the Hillmen come up with the fumble, come up with the turnover. The turnovers are now one apiece, and this one is inside the 10-yard line. Let's see where it's finally marked. I think it's going to be about the 7-yard line.
No touchdown on the play.
And so here comes Redardi back in.
Inside the 8-yard line. First and goal, Hillman.
So the ball will be marked at the 8-yard line. Joe White is in, number 6. And they're trying to get some clarification. Here comes another Hillman. That might be Ethan Leahy, I believe, coming out late. Coach Montoya said he might get some time spelling Brendan Collins. Here's the handoff. No, it's an end around, and great job by the Rams. They smelled that one out. That's going to be a 7-yard loss back to the 15. Caminiti with it on the end around, but it took a little bit too long to develop. There were 3 Rams. Tupou again, as we talked about, number 3, an all-state linebacker last year, and he knew what was going on right there, and we got a second down coming up. Ball marked just inside the 15, and it is second and goal from the 14. Motion to the left. Redardi's going to throw to the corner. He's got a guy. No, that is an interception in the end zone by the Rams. Going to pull it out all the way out to the 10-yard line where the tackle is made. So Redardi's pass is intercepted at the goal line, brought out by Carter Koss, the all-Metro defensive and offensive player. He is returning it up to the 9-yard line, and that is where the Rams will take over in a very topsy-turvy first quarter here, with both teams making mistakes offensively, and the defense is capitalizing but not capitalizing good enough in the case of the Hillmen. So the first play with the end around, Tupou with the tackle for loss, kind of set up how the Hillmen had to play the rest of that series, and ended up going to the air, and the ball picked off by Carter Koss. Casa traveled pretty well. They are on the north sideline over there, and they are loud, especially after that turnover. Second turnover for the Hillmen, and the Rams have turned it over once. And we're just waiting to try to get started. Get the chains marked to the right spot there, as they're going to put it right about the 9-yard line. Koss got it in the end zone, or on the goal line, and dragged the intended receiver back out to the 9-yard line. And that's where it is, and that's where we'll go from first down. The single back behind Pitnikoff. He's going to hand it off. Now he's lost it again. The ball's loose again. Picked up by, it looks like the Hillmen have it again. So the Hillmen pick it up, and they've got it back again. That's Ryan Alonso coming in and picking up that fumble and returning it down to the 1-yard line. So Placer's best play on offense so far is the recovered fumble, and they've taken the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line. As Pitnikoff seemingly having a little bit of trouble. Remember, he's a sophomore starting his first varsity game. So got some butterflies to work out and probably some execution to work out. Now the Hillmen have been gifted the ball at the 1-yard line. And let's see what Redardi decides to do here. He's going to hand it off and hit right away, and the ball's loose again. And this time it's covered by the Rams.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Rams.
So third turnover in the first 6 minutes plus for the Hillmen, and the Rams have recovered the ball at the 3-yard line. I don't think I'm making this stuff up, folks. I think this is what's really happening. We've had 4 turnovers now. I make that 5 turnovers? Yeah, I think 5 turnovers. We are 6 minutes and 11 seconds into the game. It's first down on the 2-yard line. Make it the 3-yard line for the Rams. So it's a case of just keep doing what you're doing defensively for the Hillmen. And it will be Pitnikoff. He'll turn, hand it off, but we got whistles first. Let's see what the problem is. I think we might have a timeout called by the Placer Hillmen. So we'll catch our breath a little bit here as we have no scoring updates, but we do have fumbling and interception updates. Placer has fumbled twice, intercepted once, and Casa has fumbled twice. And so we said at the 2-yard line, Placer has had some pretty good field position, the 9-yard line and the 1-yard line, and they haven't scored yet. And they've been good defensively. The Rams really have not gone on track with the sophomore quarterback, has not been able to get the ball. They did try one long pass that was almost completed, but Fretland made a nice defensive play on that one earlier in the quarter, and that was the closest the Rams had to a big play. But, you know, the Hillmen keep letting them off the hook here. Like we said, they've had 2 possessions now inside the 10-yard line and lost the ball to turnovers both times. And so the timeout, we're going to talk things over. I think the defensive coach is going to go out and say, why don't you guys recover another fumble? That would be nice. And I think on the other side is probably hold on to the ball, maybe try to get their execution. I look for something simple here, just to try to complete a handoff, get a gain of a couple of yards, and try to get something going offensively for the Rams. They've got that big line. They got the Wolvertons, Luca Miller, and Ballerini up front. A.J. Ale, the tight end. But so far, the Placer defensive line has been equal to the task, and they have shut down the Rams. So here we go. 5:47 to go. First quarter from the Fever. No score on the board. Turn around, and it's going to be that ball is loose. Covered, and it's outside. It's out of the back of the end zone. That will be a safety. So I don't know if you've seen 6 turnovers and a safety in the first half of a quarter before, you got one up on me. As the Placer defense finally decided they didn't want to let the offense take care of business. They took care of it themselves. The ball fumbled and knocked out of the back of the end zone. And after 6 minutes and 17 seconds, Placer leads this game 2-0. And they will also get possession as the Rams will have to kick the ball off, I believe, from their 20-yard line. So it should be good field position as well for the Hillmen. And I did not have safety as the first time we would score in this 2026 season, as these two teams with a lot of returners but young quarterbacks have been having some trouble so far holding on to the football. And this time the Hillmen, the swarming defense, have to give them, it's not all execution, the swarming defense, that Placer front group with Esty and Verado and Trickett, Collins, and a couple of others. You know, you got to give them credit. Also, Marquez up there as well. So give them some credit because the penetration has been great. And now the Hillmen offensive side, you know, we can move up a little bit because Johnson's going to have to kick it off from the 20-yard line. So they're going to come up as Alonzo and Fretland are about the 30-yard line of the Hillmen. So hopefully get this ball up near midfield off of this kick. 5:43 to go first quarter, and I'm still shaking my head on this one. Quite the comeback, and that's a nice kick. That'll be over the head of both of the returners. Picked up on the 15-yard line. 25, 30, 32. That ball is fumbled, and that ball is covered by the Hillmen. Unofficially 7 fumbles in the first quarter, and covered by Placer, and they'll have first down on the 37-yard line. And if you can catch your breath, everybody's holding their breath for the entire first quarter. Whenever somebody holds on to the ball, they tend to give it up. That one, the 4th fumble, almost the 4th turnover for the Hillmen, but covered by Placer's special teams. So 1st and 10 on the 37, 5:35 to go first quarter. Ridardi under center. He's got motion and a handoff that I think Fretland around the left side. He is going to be tackled for a 2-yard loss by the Rams.
Number 6, Joe White.
Make that Joe White on the carry, number 6, not number 5. And the Rams showing that penetration on defensive line. A.J. Ale with the tackle, the defensive end / linebacker. And he was in on that one as Placer with some substitutions here. Jaden Smith comes on along with Locke McGee McAllister. Smith comes out here to the right side. Redarde is going back to pass under pressure. It's a screen pass. It's caught at the 35, to the 40, to the 41, to the 44-yard line. Let's see where it's marked. It will be short of a first down. A day with the reception from Chase Redarde, and Josiah with the screen pass, and they're going to mark it, I think, about the 42-yard line, so not as much as I thought. I thought it got up to the 44. Well, actually, they pulled the switch on me. The other ref is the one with the football, not the guy at the 42, so at the 45, and he'll move it back. Now okay. This is getting embarrassing now. The first ref said second ref said the first ref had it right. Now they go back to the 43-yard line. So we'll settle on a number here pretty soon. It's all about compromise. And now we're going to get a march off against the Rams. It looks like 15 yards against the Rams. A personal foul penalty after the play was completed will give the Hillmen a first down at the Casa Roble 42-yard line. No word on who the penalty was on. It must have been on the far sideline after Day was forced out of bounds. And so we'll have a first down on the 42, a good play, but a break for the Hillmen. Motion, Redarde hands off right up the middle, across the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. And then we got a little extracurricular activity again here with the lineman. Josiah Day was the carrier. He got 5, but we had I don't say altercation, but 2 of the linemen, 1 from each squad, kind of, let's say consciously uncoupling, if we will. And the referee decided to keep the yellow flag in his pocket, probably a good thing, maybe giving a warning to both of the players. And we'll go back and do it again. Second down, 5 yards to go, ball in the 37. That's an end around again, and that is handed off to the second guy through, all the way down to the 30-yard line. A Day again. And he'll get the 7-yard gain for a first down. So the Hillmen put a couple of good running plays together after the penalty. They moved the ball to right on the 30-yard line of the Rams. First and 10. 3:20 and counting to go here in a very error-filled first quarter, which the Hillmen lead, believe it or not, 2-0. Darday turns around. He's going to hold on to it. He goes out to the flat, and he's got a man open, but he underthrows him out here. That was incomplete to, I believe that's Ryan Alonzo, number 11, did an out pattern at about the 15, and the ball hit at about the 18. So that'll be incomplete. Bring up second down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Very spirited rooting sections on both sides, as befits a game of this magnitude. The Rams were the section finalists in D5 last year. The Hillmen in a very injury-plagued season, a first-round ouster at the hands of East Union as we go second and 10. Darty with the ball. It's another end around. That time the 30, 25 tripped up and gets down inside the 25-yard line. That's a nice defensive play in the backfield. That's Joe White on the ball carrier, number 6. The senior got inside the 25 where he was tripped up at the 24-yard line. Jordan Keller with that nice play in the backfield, number 6. So it'll be a 3rd and 4 now for the Hillmen. 2:40 to go first quarter. Hillmen with a lot of substitutions every play here on the offensive side. And Redarde turns around, hands it to the second man going through, kicks it outside, got a little bit of room at the 25, down to the 20, 10, and he's in the end zone, a touchdown. Placer touchdown from 24 yards away. That is Isaiah Caminiti wearing number 2. His dad, the deputy superintendent, salutes that one as Caminiti runs it in from 24 yards out, and the Hillmen put 6 up on the board, and prior to the extra point, they lead it now 8-0. It was a 3rd and 4, and Caminiti got away from 1, kicked it outside, and once he got outside, no one there to put a hand on him, well blocked by the Hillmen. And it is 8-0, and we'll have the extra point. Jesus Puerto Vera, the kicker. Left-footed kick is up, and it is perfect right through there. And so it is a 9-0 score for the Hillmen. So Caminiti puts it through. It is 9. He puts it through from 24 yards out. And I'm trying to see the number. I think that was someone else on the extra point. I want to give him credit. That might have been Franco Maldonado on the kick. So I will endeavor to get that number correct and figure it out. And the bottom line is the Hillmen lead at 9-0. And the Rams are going to be a situation where they fumbled the ball, I think, 3 of their last 4 plays. And so they're going to try to get something going offensively just to get back on the tracks here, as the Hillman defense has been excellent so far. There's the kick, the left foot, and it's going to drive it all the way back down to the 4-yard line. Up to the 15, the 20, cuts it through to the 26. And a little somersault on the play right there at the 25-yard line. Call it the 26-yard line. It'll be first down for the Rams at the 26. As I said, they've had some problems with handling the ball the last couple of times. And they're faced up with Gage Estee, and that's going to cause anybody a little bit of problem. The UCLA commit on the offensive and defensive lines, along with Sam Tricken and a couple of others up there for the Hillmen. And then it's going to be a handoff, and stopped at the line of scrimmage and stopped up and stood up by the Placer defense. So a gain of nothing. Tupou is the carry, but Donaden has got any room at all. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to call it a loss of 1. Soderham. That is Zarek Cressman also in on the tackle there, number 54, and Soderman, number 3. So they combined on that one. It'll be 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got time. Now he's going to sprint. Coming out and caught from behind at about the 27-yard line. Koff keeps it, and he had a little bit of room. Gage Estee with a big play right there, as Hitnikoff had a little bit of room. Had he got by Estee, he probably would have got into the secondary. Going to give him 3 yards on that one and call it a 3rd and 9. The ball sitting at the 32-yard line. Got to get to the make that on the 26-yard line. So 3rd down. They got to get to the 36. Back to pass, looking left. He's got a slant fade. It's completed. Getting through the Powder defense. Making about 3 tackles. Still on his feet. Going down the right side, the 50. Cuts it back at the 40. At the 35. Down at the 35-yard line. A big play on a slant pass. That's Carter Koss. We talked about him. He already made a big play earlier, and he made a big play right there. He made an interception earlier, and he gets the play there of a 39-yard gain. It'll be at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 Rams. That's the big play they've been waiting for, and Carter Koss delivered it on the slant play. First down, and the Hillmen are off sides, and the flag going to fly, and they won't have time to get back. It'll be a 5-yard march off against Placer.
Offsides and ball against the Hillmen.
And that'll put it down on the 31-yard line, bring up a first down and 5 yards to go. So 1st and 5. And the golf with Tupou behind him. Hasn't had any running room as of yet. Attorney will hand it off right at the middle. And met, well, he kind of got through a tackler there. Might have picked up about 3 yards. It'll set up a 2nd down and maybe 3 yards to go.
About 4 yards.
And that's the final play of the first quarter. Our score at the end of one quarter, Hillman 9 and the Rams nothing. Rams are threatening here as they got the big play to Carter Koss. Kind of got him off the snide. Pitnikoff was having trouble turning the ball over. He got that short slant completion, and Koss turned it into almost a 40-yard gain. Set up the Rams as they now go second down, and they're going to call it 1 on the 28-yard line. We saw in the first quarter just a comedy of errors, if I'm being honest here. I think the Hillmen started off when they completed a pass on their first series deep into Casa territory, but the Hillman receiver fumbled the ball. Casa covered it. Then they gave it back. Hillman gave it back. Hillman got the ball inside the 10-yard line twice and gave it back both times. Finally got one back, put a little bit of a drive together after they forced a safety on the Rams to take a 2-0 lead, then put a little bit of drive together after the ensuing kickoff. Isaiah Caminiti ran it in from 24 yards out. Extra point was good, and that got us to where we are now, 9-0. But as we said, the Rams have got a little bit of success here. Takes a little bit of success. They had a big play from Koss. Tupou, who's been basically the sole running back for most of the first quarter behind Pitnikoff, has not found any running room. Most of it's coming from Koss on the outside. And the Rams have been going with 3 or 4 wideouts. Amari Shaver has also been out there. We talked about Koss. Kamani Burks is also a wide receiver for the Rams. And so they've been spreading everybody out. They have 3 spread out to the left side now and just a single back behind Pitnikoff as he is trying to get, looking over the sidelines to Coach Horner to get the play. The crowd is fever pitch around there. It's a handoff and hit in the backfield and stopped, and now he's got away, but I think the whistle blew. Tupou is very hard to bring down, but stopped with no gain on the play. That's Jaden Smith who came in and hit him, and he lost, I'm going to say, about 4 yards on the play. Tupou didn't go down, but he was his forward progress was stopped by an excellent play by the young Placer cornerback, number 4, Jaden Smith. So now we're at a 3rd and 6 situation as the Rams were looking to capitalize on the big play. That one, a negative play thanks to Smith. And let's see what they do here. They've got the 3 receivers out to the left again, 1 to the right side, to the short side, the wide side of the field, the left side. They're looking to the left, now looking back to the right, going for the corner of the end zone. The pass is up. It is too long. Just outside the fingertips of the receivers. Pitnikoff laid it out there pretty well. Jaden Smith on the defensive cover right there, and now the Rams will have a 4th down. Definitely going to go for it here, I think. I think that might have been Kamani Burks, who was the intended receiver, as they looked to the 3 wide receiver side, decoyed to the left side, but Smith was not surprised and not. They're going to try the kick, it looks like here. So let's see, we're going to see, I think this is Peyton Johnson, number 80, going to try a field goal. This would be 47 yards for the Rams if they go through with it. The kick is up. The kick is a little bit wide left and a little bit short, and it's no good. So they tried the kick from 47 yards. It's short and it's left, and now the Hillmen will be taken over right there, and their first down will come at about the 36-yard line of the Casa Roble Rams. So big stop right there by Jaden Smith defensively on the tackle, and by Jaden Smith on the defense. And it will be actually marked at the 3rd. Let's see. We're marking off like it's a penalty, but I don't think it would be a penalty. Oh, they're going to call it a touchback, I guess, at the 20-yard line. They're going to call it now. And I think in other football that would be from the spot of the kick, but in high school ball, evidently that is a touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Hillmen. Ridardi turns around and hands it off, kicking outside and tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Good play by the Casa Roble Rams there to bring down the. That is a Day, the ball carrier. And Tupou again on the tackle, and he does get a yard. So 2nd and 9, ball on the 21-yard line here. 10:43 to go in the first half. Hillman on top, 9-0. Ridardi Another handoff. This is a slant right side. Oh, got through a couple of yards. Now we have a flag coming in late on the play. Caminiti was across the 25, but the flag came in late. And we're going to get a hold, I believe, on the Hillmen. So let's see if the Rams choose to take the penalty. I imagine they would. That would take the Hillmen back to about the 10-yard line or so. And if they don't take it, it would be third down and about 5 yards to go at about the 26, I believe. So let's see what Casa decides to do here. Coach Chris Horner, one of the best coaches in the area, along with Joey Montoya, who he says is one of his best coaching friends, along with Joe. And that will go back to about the 11-yard line. It'll be second down and 20 yards to go now. So let's see as Ryan Alonso comes on with Rodardi after a chat with Joey Montoya. Let's see if the Hillmen want to put the ball up in the air in the shadow of their own uprights here. Second down and 20 yards to go. Ball on the 10. Now we've got some more whistles coming in. And we will regroup momentarily here. I don't think it's a 10-minute, 11-second warning, so I think we're going to keep going here. Now Alonso looked like he was coming out. He is way back into the huddle. It'll be second and 20, ball just outside the 10-yard line. Rodardi with the handoff. It's an end around, and he's got a little bit of room at the 10, 15, cuts it back at the 18 up to the 19, right around the 20-yard line. For the Hillmen, that's a gain of that 10 yards back. That's Isaiah Caminiti, who's been a pretty successful runner so far for the Hillmen, including that 24-yard touchdown. I'm going to give him 7 or 8 on that one, and it'll set up a third down. Let's make 13 yards to go. They've got to get to the 31, and the ball marked at the 17, so make that 14 yards to go. Hillman trying to get a little bit of room, and in case they do have to punt it here, give the punter a little bit of room here as they come up third and 13. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Rolling left is Rodardi. Throws it over the head of his intended receiver out here, who was well covered. That was intended for number 2. It was intended for Isaiah Caminiti, and it was over Isaiah's head, so it'll be a fourth down, ball on the 17-yard line. So McGee McAllister, we would assume, is going to come in here and kick this one away. Last time this punt was very successful, and here comes that punting unit with Locke McGee McAllister, number 17, doing the honors. He will be punting it this time from inside of his 10-yard line, striking it at about the 6 or 7-yard line. And that will allow the Rams return man, Carter Koss, who is big trouble, and he's about midfield. So here we go. Fourth down, ball at the 17, 9:59 to go, second quarter. Snaps a little low. McAllister gets it out really low. It's going to roll down. It's going to allow good coverage, and it will end up okay as the ball will roll dead at about the 43-yard line, covered by the Hillman there. Ethan Fretlin with the cover. So about the 33-yard or 43 or 44-yard line, probably better than giving Carter Koss a chance at a return at about the same spot. So first down for the Rams. 9:47 to go in this first half. Hillman 9 and the Rams nothing. Not the way really we thought this one would play out. Talking to Jordan Georgeson before the game, we had a couple of guys that we pointed out to watch. And, you've been able to watch them. Tupou has been tremendous on defense. Jaden Smith has been excellent. Esty is in the middle of everything. And Caminiti with the touchdown run. But so far it's been more errors than big plays for both squads. And the defensive fronts have been good on both teams. Here we go. First down, ball on the 43 for the Rams. Jericho Pitnikoff, the sophomore, with Tupou behind him. He's going to go ahead and hand it off. And Tupou's got a hole. He's going to run right into a defensive back at the 46 and roll into the 45-yard line of the Hillmen. So that's the first time we've seen Don Hayden get a chance to run. Caminiti with the tackle, but he hurt on that one. Tupou gives as good as he gets. And that's the first big run for the linebacker turned running back, and it's a first down, the ball at the 44-yard line of the Hillmen. Pitnikoff, he's going to hold on to it and hit the short pass at about the 38 down to the 37. So the quick hitter by Pitnikoff. And that one went to Carter Koss, number 2, and he has dropped at the 37. So it's 2nd and 3, ball at the 37 for the Rams, and they've got something going here offensively after being shut down last time. And 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and they're going to check with Coach Horner before they snap it. Tupou, the running back, he'll get the handoff, going to run the left side ahead of steam, but well defended by the Hillmen. He'll get down right about the 34. Might be enough for the first down, and it is going to be enough for a Rams first down. So Donaden Tupou comes in, and finally with a couple of runs here, he's got a little bit of room, and he does make the Hillmen pay when they tackle him, and that time it was about a trio of Placer defenders teaming up. So it is a first down, ball on the 33-yard line. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 in the slot for the Rams. Motion left to right. We're going to get a flag, I believe. The right guard flinched for the Rams, and that'll be a procedure penalty, which will push them back 5 yards. Actually, no. We have a timeout. So we didn't have a penalty. The Hillmen were celebrating. I don't think they were celebrating the timeout. So celebrating the penalty, but penalty not assessed, and the Rams are going to talk it over. They've got a couple of really good offensive plays here. They had the 2 runs by Tupou and the quick pass to Carter Koss. And when you've got a guy like Tupou who can carry the ball, you've got to give him your attention, and that opens up the slant. Koss with the big gain on a slant earlier in the ball game. He had a 40-yard gain on a slant play going the other way. Ultimately, that drive stalled out for the Rams. But they've had a couple of good offensive plays, a couple of positive plays by a couple of different players. And I think Pitnikoff is getting settled in a little bit more. Again, a sophomore making his first varsity start. You're going to have some butterflies, and he's relying on the talented skill players around him, and Koss and Tupou and others. And now everybody's ready but the referees to start this game. 8:23 to go first half. Hillmen 9 and the Rams nothing. Chance of defense from the Placer rooting section. It's a packed house here. And Casa Roble traveling very well. They're packing the other stands on the visitor side as well. Here we go, 1st and 10. A roll right. Pitnikoff throws it. It is caught out here, but right away going to the turf. The receiver, that's Amari Schaefer with the reception. At the 27, it'll be a gain of 6 yards on the play. Set up a 2nd down and 4. So Shaver with his first catch. Amari wearing number 1. And again getting the play, the sophomore. 2 split out to the left for Casa, 1 to the right to the short side. Hillmen with 4 down linemen up front, trying to get some pitch. And there's Tupou, and he's got another hole. He's to the 20, dragged down, gets away. He turns, spins at the 10, at the 5. He's into the end zone. Donaden Tupou with the run from 27 yards out to put 6 points up on the board for Casa and make the score 9-6 Hillmen. So we talked about Tupou being hard to bring down. He got away from the first contact, and then one of the Hillmen defenders grabbed his jersey. That didn't quite work. Spun away, did a spin move at about the 10, broke another tackle at the 5, and he's into the end zone. And Peyton Johnston will come out, number 80, to attempt the extra point and bring the Rams within 2 with 7:28 to go here in this first half from Lefevre Stadium on the campus of Placer High School. KAHI bringing you high school football once again, and thrilled to be here in this one. That kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 7:28 to go first half, it is the Hillmen 9 and now the Rams 7. And the Rams look like they found something formula-wise on offense. Tupou got himself a little bit of running room, and he is definitely tough to bring down when that happens. And Pitnikoff, taking advantage of the attention being elsewhere, hits a couple of quick hitters, one to Koss and one to Shaver, to move the ball down the field for the Rams, and that drive went 56 yards. And Tupou with the run to put the 6 points up for the Rams, and they'll kick it off, trailing now 9-7, with Johnston doing the honors. Alonzo and Fretland back for the Hillmen are now going from our right to our left. Last time the kickoff went over the head of the Hillmen, so let's see. They are collected at about the 10-yard line for this kick. It's a low kick, and it's going to go all the way into the end zone. So he kicked it away through the returners and got it into the end zone. A good job by Peyton Johnson. And that will set up the Hillmen first down and the ball on the 20-yard line. Hillmen with the Caminetti touchdown run, and offensively not really much else. They started out the game with a couple of big runs by Josiah Aday, but then after a fumble, after a reception, they've been bogged down a little offensively, except for the Caminetti run. They got them 6 points in the first quarter. They lead at 9-7. The sophomore is Chase Rodarty, his second year as a varsity quarterback. Threw for almost 500 yards in limited duty last year before an injury ended his campaign. He has completed a couple of short. And the linebacker running back picks up 14 yards. And it'll be first down for the Hillmen, the ball on the 34-yard line. So the change of pace, number 30, Bobby Gregg. That's a pass out to the flat, and it is dropped out here by Ryan Alonzo. So Alonzo with the drop on the pass, a little out of range. He'll set up second down and 10, ball on the 34. Rodarty under center. Now he's handed off to the first guy coming through, gets up to about the 39-yard line, and he'll set up a third down. So it's third down and 5, ball on the 39. So a big play for the Hillmen here, 6:40 to go, second quarter. Turn around the handoff, a double handoff inside, but I think it's going to be a little bit short. The ball carrier dragged down at about the 43-yard line. That's Caminetti. Ultimately got the ball, but he is just short of the first down. It's a fourth down, probably closer to a yard and a half for the Hillmen at their own 42 and a half, 43-yard line. Rodarty going to keep the team on the field. Now, they tried this earlier, and they tried to draw the Rams off sides, but this is a little bit better field position. Maybe the Hillmen are going to go for this one. Rodarty under center, turns, and he hands it going up the middle, and I believe they got enough for the first down. It's going to be close. Went right straight up the middle. The Rams think they've stopped it. It looks like from where the referees are coming in that they get the first down. Let's see if the call is made. The ball is put down, and they're going to signal. No, it's going to be a measurement, it looks like. I thought they were going to signal first down measurement. The ball is put right on top of the 44-yard line, and that's where the sticks are. So we're going to have a measurement. This is a big measurement here with 5:55 to go in the first half, and I thought it really looked like that the ball should have been spotted a little closer to the 45 from here. And now we're just going to, obviously the Rams think that he didn't make it. The Hillmen think that he did make it, but we haven't. Now we're going to get the sticks out there. The ball is the nose of the ball is over the 44-yard line, but of course there's a defensive player right in the way, so we can't really see. And let's see. This is obviously huge. The Placer thinks they have it, but that's not really doesn't count. The referee actually counts more. This is one of the most hotly contested measurements I've ever seen. And the signal, I'm assuming the signal is first down. There were too many big people around the referee, and nobody's leaving the field, so that means it's a first down.
First down, Hillmen.
So that is a first down for the Hillmen, right about the 45. Darty still has it. He's got a man in the middle. He's open. The pass is caught. Dragged down at the 3-yard line. The pass is completed. Darty lays it out there. And the Hillmen will be first down on the 3. It looks like Ryan Alonzo. Alonzo is the receiver. Over 3-yard line. Again under center. Quickly the handoff up the middle. And the pile moves down to about the 1-yard line. It's Josiah Aday with a carry. He's down at the 1-yard line. I think this is a good time to mention, since we got a kickoff coming pretty soon. Our kickoff sponsor tonight is Auburn Trophies. I think that we need to say Auburn Trophies a couple of times because we had a lot of kickoffs. So Auburn Trophies, they were the kickoff sponsor years ago when I was here, and it's nice to see that they've maintained that. And they are our kickoff sponsor again, so welcome back, Auburn Trophies, for another year of Placer football. And we are very appreciative that you're on board again. Second down and goal, ball on the 1-yard line. Darty is going to pitch it out, and that's going to be pulled down at about the 5-yard line. So the pitch out, put the, I believe that was Caminiti with the carry, and he is dragged down by the arm at about the 4, maybe the 5-yard line. Tremendous play defensively by the Rams, and he'll set up a 3rd and goal, this time just inside the 5.
3-yard loss of the play. Ball is spotted back at the 4.
Loss of 3.
3rd and goal.
Hillman got down to the 1 on the first play, then tried to go outside. And good penetration by the Rams defense. We've seen that all night long. They really get into the Placer backfield, and no exception this time. 4:15 and counting here in the half, and it'll be a big 3rd down and goal to go for the Hillmen. Darty under center, turns, and it's a handoff and a hand around coming from the left side. That's going to be a touchdown, Hillmen. It took a while to develop, but the end around is in for 6 points for the Hillmen. That's Isaiah Caminiti, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and he was untouched coming in from the left side. The end around on the right side, he goes 4 yards for the touchdown, and the Hillmen now lead it 15-7. That one took a while to develop with the penetration the Rams have had defensively. You thought you got to worry about it, but Darty kept his cool, and he gave it to Caminiti, and Dad Steve must be proud as Isaiah scores for the 2nd time. And the kick is not going to be attempted since we had a whistle. So we'll talk it over again as the Hillmen try to put the 16th point up on the board. 4 minutes exactly to go here in this first half. So now the call against the Rams, so that'll move it closer. Let's see if the Hillmen might come back out to go for 2 if they're going to move the ball down inside the 2-yard line, which is exactly what they're going to do. So the Hillmen going to come out and try to make it a 17-7 ball game here. And we've got a little bit of confusion. It's the first game for everybody. Caminiti comes back out. Joe White comes back out. Chase Darty comes back out. And there's a turn and a handoff, and it's stopped right away. And the ball rolls out, but the play is blown dead. So the 2-point conversion is no good, and it will end up being a community touchdown and a failed 2-point conversion. So with 4 minutes to go in the first half, it is the Hillmen 15 and the Rams 7 as we'll get ready for the kickoff, which will coincidentally be sponsored by Auburn Trophies. It's fun how that works out. When you're a good sponsor, it tends to come up on you. The wheel turns on you, and it comes up your number all the time. So Trophies will be sponsoring our kickoff coming up with 4 minutes to go as the Hillmen now with a 15-7 lead. And this has been a game where you can see the talent and skill of the players on the field, but you can also see that it's the first game. And you do have some younger players who are stepping into bigger roles on both teams. And also different people playing different positions on special teams and on, point after teams and stuff like that. So you don't always have the right guys on the field. And that's what the Hillmen are trying to get now is the Casa Roble Rams waiting for this kickoff. And here come the Hillmen. They're going to send it down there. Comes out the 40-yard line is our kickoff spot. So here we go. Kickoff from the Hillmen, from right to left. That one is a short kick, and that might go out of bounds, and it does go out of bounds. And that's going to be a penalty, and that's going to be a big break for Casa Roble on their return. So they will get very good field position here to start their drive with 4 minutes to go here in the first half. And I think it comes out either the 35 or 40. Rules change when you get to junior college and high school and exactly where you are. Referees are looking like they're going to put it at the 40, so that's where I'll go with. It's the first game for the refs, too, so they've got to figure it out. And the ball will be put, let's call it the 35-yard line. Okay, 35-yard line. It's a good compromise again. So Pitnikoff out there with Tupou, who's been running the ball well lately. And he is the only back behind Pitnikoff. They've got two wide receivers right, one left. They're going to go ahead and throw it quickly, but there's nobody there. Somebody fell down, and the pass, I think, was intended for Carter Koss. But one of the other wide receivers fell down, and Koss never got close to the ball. So that one, a timing play that they're going to have to work on the timing a little bit more. Brings up second down at 10 yards to go. Ball still on the 35 of the Rams. They scored in their last possession with the Tupou run of 27 yards, and they trail this one 15-7. Pitnikoff back to pass. He rolls to his right. He's got time. He's going to run it, turn up and run it. Hillmen close in at the 41, make it the 42, and Pitnikoff will get the gain of about 6 or 7 yards. That is 56. Luis Marquez comes up and drops him at the 42. It's a gain of 7 and brings up a third down and 3 yards to go. Time ticking down here in the first half, 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Just want to remind you that our halftime show is brought to you by Auto Analytics, and it will be the Placer Band in all their glory. You'll be able to hear them come out and do what they've been practicing all summer for, is put on a great halftime show, and we're looking forward to being able to bring that to you. 3rd and 3. Handoff is to Tupou. He's got a little bit of room across the 35, 40, and up to the 47-yard line. And he is getting room to run every time he gets the ball now, and he got the first down there. And that's going to be a gain of about 6, make it 7. He is tracked down at the 49-yard line, and inside 3 minutes now. And a first down for the Rams, who have found a couple of things they can rely on. Their timing on pass is not quite there, but Tupou has definitely been there for him here, especially in this second quarter. And here's Pitnikoff rolling to his left this time. He's going to hang on to it again. And he's submarine and helicoptered at the 45-yard line. So we'll gain 6 yards on the play, and hopefully he's bouncing right back up. He's probably 15, 16 years old, so he doesn't feel it as much. And they're going to give him the 44 because that's where the helicopter landed. So a nice gain right there of 7 yards for Jericho Pitnikoff, the sophomore quarterback. As we go down near 2:10 to go here in the first half. He's got the one right behind him. He turns around, turns the wrong way. He'll have to keep it. He'll get there almost to the first down, though, and he's dropped at about the 43-yard line. And he turned around to hand off. He went the wrong way. Kept it going. Riley Nielsen, number 10 on the tackle. And he got him, I think, a yard short of the first down. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 1 with 1:40 to go and counting here. And now we're going to stop the clock here. We're going to get, let's see if a timeout. I think it is a timeout called. Or are they going to try for a measurement? I don't think a measurement, though, but it's clearly a yard short. So maybe Coach Horner over there is trying for the measurement. So our clock is stopped at 1:39. For some reason, and we're going to have a 3rd down and 1 yard to go. The ball on the 42-yard line. Substitutions coming in for the Placer defense. 1:39 to go here, first half. Hillman 15, Rams 7. A big 3rd down and 1 yard to go coming right here. And the referee he just doesn't want things to start until he's ready for things to start. Just going to call a halt. Some big guys up front. Anderson, Wolverton, Miller, Ballerini, Ale. Some big guys up front for that Casa Roble front line. The Hillman countering with Collins and Esty, Trickett, Ferrado. Now we put 11 seconds back onto the clock. So 1:50 to go here in the first half. Coach Horner is out talking to the referees. Referees have had a tough time. We had about 7 turnovers in the first quarter, and now we're having some measuring situations here. They've got to get to the 41-yard line. The ball is marked right at the 42. And we finally got the time on the clock is 1:50. And Katz is going to say, now we're going to play. Let's actually call a play. So Pitnikoff with the last-minute instructions. Here we go. I would say Topu is a pretty good guess. Turn around the handoff. Is it the first man through? He's got the first down a little bit more, down inside the 40, down to about the 36-yard line. That is done in Topu with the... Oh, let's give that one to Jordan Keller. We're in number 6 for the Rams. And a first down as we do have the clock running. Down to about 140. The ball is marked at the 36-yard line. And 1st and 10. Pitnikoff in the shotgun. He's going to go straight back to pass. He's going to throw the ball for the left corner of the end zone. He's got a man. The ball is out of bounds, too high, and incomplete. Great job over there by the Placer defensive back. Nielsen using the sideline as another defensive back and kind of forced the receiver to go out of bounds, and there was nowhere for Pitnikoff to put the pass, and it brings up a 2nd and 10. 1:26 to go, first half. Rams shut down for most of the first quarter, had the big Topu run to score in the second quarter, and now they've had a couple of positive offensive plays. They've got the ball down inside the 40-yard line. 2nd and 10 for Casa. Jericho Pitnikoff, the sophomore, is the quarterback. And now we've got more whistles, and this time it's a Placer timeout. As Coach Montoya, Coach Rodardi wanted to see exactly what the Rams were planning on doing, or setting up anyway, before they designed their defense. The Rams have tried a couple of long passes on occasion down the right sideline, left sideline, and the Placer defensive backs, in one case Jaden Smith, in that case Riley Nielsen, were up to the task, playing good one-on-one defense against Koss, against Burks, against the wide receivers from the Casa Roble Rams. who again were a section finalist last year, had an 11-2 record. And they got the win to open the season at Casa against the Hillmen. Hillmen trying to keep the trend going that the home team in this series has won each and every time. This is the sixth meeting between the two teams. 2nd and 10. Pitnikoff in the shotgun. He's got 2 left to the short side. He's got 2 right to the wide side. He's got Topu behind him. And now the referees are going to discuss something. And they have satisfied themselves. Again, now we've got the coach from Casa coming on the field to talk to the referee. So we've bogged down a little bit here, folks. We had a lot of turnovers, and now we have a lot of conversations. So if you want turnovers and conversations, this is the place to go. We are glad to bring back Placer football to the community, but we didn't think we'd be bringing in this much stop and go. But again, it's the first game. Broadcasters, players, referees, coaches, everybody's working out the kinks. It's a long season. Last regular season game, I believe, is the first week of November. So we got a ways to go here. And this is kind of a glorified run-through occasion. And Coach Horner, I assume that's Coach Horner over there, is he's getting his money's worth in his conversations with the referees. I'll say that for him. And now the problem is the referee who talked to the coach has to come and talk to the other referee about what the coach told him. And they've got to discuss that. Meanwhile, we got players on both sides just standing around. (15-7), Hillmen on top. And now I think we've got everything figured out. And we're going to try it again. There's the whistle, and here we go. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 36-yard line. Motion left to right. Now there's a offensive lineman moving back too quickly. I think that was one of the Wolvertons. I think that's Landon Wolverton, number 51. And we'll get a penalty of 5 yards against the Rams. It'll set up a 2nd down and now 15 yards to go. Ball will be set back at the 41-yard line for Casa. And now Nikoff going to probably change that play. Motion left to right again. Hope coming out of the backfield. It's a slant play. It's completed. There's a lot of traffic in the middle and a lot of Hillmen. And that's going to be a gain of 1 yard, if that, on 2nd down. That's Carter Koss trying to come inside on that slant play that was so successful for him earlier. But that time, too much traffic, and he'll get a gain of 2 out of the play. 3rd and 13 with a minute to go here in the first half. And here's Pitnikoff. He's got time. Now he's under pressure. Now he's going to be hit. He gets away from 2. Comes back around, and he fumbles the ball, covered by the Hillmen at the 37. So Pitnikoff got away from about 4 guys, but I think they're going to call him down before the fumble. Let's see if that's going to be the case. Casa calls a timeout. And yes, it's going to be marked down at the 43-yard line. And it'll be 4th down for the Rams. 35 seconds to go in the half. And that time, he had time, nobody open. Good job again by the defensive back and linebackers from the Hillmen. And the pressure came to Pitnikoff. He did a great job of getting away from 1, 2, then 3. But 4 and 5 got to him, and he was ruled down at the 43. They've got to get down to the 27, so it's going to be 4th and 16 for Casa, as we said, with 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Reminder, we'll be bringing you the halftime show. The Placer County Band and whoever else is part of the halftime show, we'll be bringing it all to you here on KAHI. And it will all be sponsored by Auto Analytics. If we ever get to I don't think the referees want to have the halftime show, and they're just going to keep talking. But in their defense, this was a called timeout by the Hillmen. As interesting what we're going to see from Casa. I don't know that they want to give the ball back up in this great field position, although there's just 35 seconds to go. So Don't know if the Hillmen would be able to, generate much offense in that 35 seconds. I think the Hillmen that was maybe their last timeout. So we'll see what the Rams try to do. Maybe they'll just let one fly for the end zone, and, if it's intercepted, it's intercepted. It's the end of the half anyway. So let's see now. Pentecost has thrown a couple of nice-looking balls to the end zone. They haven't been completed, but he's put a nice ball up there, and he has got the arm strength to get it to the end zone. It'll be about the 50-yard line. So here it is, 4th down, 16 to go. Now he lets one fly for the end zone, and it's knocked down by the Hillmen. Very smart move by the Hillmen defensive back not to intercept that. He knocked it down, so the Hillmen will take over at the 43-yard line. I mean, everybody is just standing around, which seems to be what we're doing a lot today. And it's a holding call on the Rams. That'll be declined. And the Hillmen will have the ball at the 43-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go with 27 seconds to go. Now the Hillmen did complete a long pass from Ridarde to Alonso to set up their second touchdown. And let's see how they play it here with just 27 seconds to go. Again, a great play. Very heads-up play by the Placer defensive back not to intercept that ball and just to knock it down. To give the Hillmen offense a chance. They've got 57 yards to go and 27 seconds to do it. Let's see, Ridarde is just going to hand the ball off straight up ahead, and there's some opening, and there's some room with the 45 to the 40, inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Great run. That's Josiah Ade on the run there, all the way to the 36-yard line. And it's 20 seconds to go here for the Hillmen. So the big run by Ade, that's his first big run of the day. And he got it all the way down to the 36. 21 yards on the run. And it'll be first down for the Hillmen. And I mentioned we got timeout since we got water coming out. Unless that's some play that I'm not aware of. We've got a timeout on the field. And the Hillmen with 20 seconds to go, that changes things. They did, you do the run up the middle to see if it busts something, then you change your approach. If it doesn't, then you go ahead and just take the knee and the half is over. But in this case, they got the big run from Ade, getting them down to the 36-yard line. And with the timeout and 20 seconds on the clock, that has to be the last timeout. And they have one left. A couple of times Placer's called a timeout, and I think we've had an injury that has allowed them to save that timeout, or a measurement in one occasion. So they are talking things over with the sophomore quarterback, Jace Ridarde. He's had Caminiti with some great runs today. A day, also Joe White. So a couple of different runners. And here come the Hillmen. It's in the shotgun. Ridarde is going to pass the ball. Gets outside on the right, looking to run it. He has one guy to beat, and he throws it away out of bounds. He was trying to give himself, it looked like the run-pass option over there, but well defended by the exterior of the Casa Roble defense. Linebacker on that side was given no ground, and it'll bring up a second down and 10 yards to go. Now we're going to get a call against. Is there a hold against the Hillmen? So that's going to change things the way Placer's looking at it. It's a 10-yard penalty, and we'll see where it's set. Probably about the 44-yard line, make it the 46-yard line. So now it is first down, but 20 yards to go at the 46. 14 seconds to go, first half. Ridarde comes back in with Ryan Alonso, who made that big reception earlier in the half to set up that second touchdown. So we've had the last, I would say, 2 or 3 minutes of this half have taken, I'm going to say conservatively 25 minutes. And now here's Ridarde. He's in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to the first guy through. And a tackle immediately made that is Lucas Wolverton, made the tackle on the 45, and I think that's going to probably be it, as they're going to run the clock out the last 10 seconds, and we'll go into halftime with 24 minutes in the books on this one. The first game of our 2026 season here on KAHI, and there's the buzzer, the gun, or whatever shows. That is the end of the first half. Placer with touchdowns, 2 touchdowns from Isaiah Caminiti. We had a lot of turnovers early in this game. Caminiti with 2 touchdowns. It is Denaden Tupou with the touchdown run for the Rams. The Hillmen also entered a safety onto their score. So our score at halftime, right ahead of our halftime show, Placer leads us 15-7. Our halftime show coming up. We'll show you the halftime. Our halftime show is brought to you by Auto Analytics, and we thank them for coming on board and sponsoring this halftime show. Our halftime score again, Hillmen on top 15-7. You're listening to Placer Football on KAHI 104.5 FM AM 950. We are your voice of the foothills.
FM 104.5, K2A3CM, Auburn, and AM 950, KAHI, Auburn.
Looking to elevate your wellness? Introducing Sierra Life, your new community wellness store, featuring premium nutritional supplements, vitamins, herbs, natural skincare, and clean lifestyle necessities, all carefully selected with your wellness in mind. You'll find Sierra Life conveniently located at the Forest Hill exit in the Raleigh Shopping Center. Sierra Life is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 5, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at the Raleigh Shopping Center at the Forest Hill exit in Auburn. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sierra Life are looking forward to working with you soon. Looking to elevate your wellness? Introducing Sierra Life, your new community wellness store, featuring premium nutritional supplements, vitamins, herbs, natural skincare, and clean lifestyle necessities, all carefully selected with your wellness in mind. You'll find Sierra Life conveniently located at the Forest Hill exit in the Raleigh Shopping Center. Sierra Life is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 5, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at the Raleigh Shopping Center at the Forest Hill exit in Auburn. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sierra Life are looking forward to working with you soon.
Please welcome the Placer High Red Star Drumline. The drumline captain is Camilla Smith. The drumline will perform Pura. Placer cheerleaders. The cheerleaders are coached by Mrs. Cassie Corbett and assistant coaches Kirsten Hansen and Chloe Holm. Varsity captains are Miley Kaufman, Lauren Henson, Taylor Hurd, and Izzy Johnson. The cheerleaders will be performing to Abracadabra. Hillmen students, parents, and alumni, please stand and join the Golden Hillmen Marching Band and cheerleaders as they perform the Placer Fight Song. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, the Placer High School cheerleaders, Red Star Drumline, and the Golden Hillmen Marching Band.
I'm Jordan Maurer with Maurer Law. With offices in Auburn, Lincoln, Grass Valley, and Truckee, we represent people in serious injury, wrongful death, and elder abuse cases. Once a junior Hillman myself, our firm is proud to sponsor the 2026 Placer Hillman football season. Local roots, client first, trial ready. Call us at 530-745-6861 or visit maurer.law. That's MAURER.law.
Join us at Trailblazer Craft Pizza and Brews. We're family-owned in Auburn and Alta Sierra, serving up creative pizzas like our Thai Pie. Got burgers, pasta, tacos, and more. If you're a craft beer fan, our taps are always rotating with great local breweries. Both locations are great for team parties, celebrations, and we cater too. Alta Sierra has a private banquet room for special events. Check out the full menu and order online today at trailblazerpizza.com. Trailblazer, great food, great company, and a lot more than pizza.
At Burger Me, fast and casual doesn't mean settling. Every single thing on the menu starts with all natural ingredients. And we're talking a juicy elk burger with a flavor you have to try, a hearty bison burger, lean and rich, or fresh ahi tuna, seared to order. Plus, with their signature favorites menu, these are unique, crave-worthy creations you won't find anywhere else. Burger Me. Real, fresh.
Robinson Sand and Gravel has been a supporter of Placer High School for almost 80 years. It is our pleasure to be a premier play-by-play sponsor of the 2026 Hillmen football season. At Robinson Sand and Gravel, our dedicated team provides a full line of constructive aggregates, decorative landscape rock, specialty soils, and customer yard pickup. For all your needs, Robinson Sand and Gravel is here to rock you. Rock 'em Hillmen.
When it comes to your vehicle, count on Strictly Toyonda. Your satisfaction is our highest priority, whether your vehicle needs routine maintenance or major repairs. Our team is ready to get you back on the road. Strictly Toyonda is a proud sponsor of Placer Hillmen football right here on KAHI, and we'll be cheering them on all season long. Call us today at 530-887-0808. We'll see you at Strictly Toyonda, and go Hillmen!
Looking to elevate your wellness? Introducing Sierra Life, your new community wellness store, featuring premium nutritional supplements, vitamins, herbs, natural skincare, and clean lifestyle necessities, all carefully selected with your wellness in mind. You'll find Sierra Life conveniently located at the Forest Hill exit in the Raleigh Shopping Center. Sierra Life is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 5, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at the Raleigh Shopping Center at the Forest Hill exit in Auburn. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sierra Life are looking forward to working with you soon.
Join us at Trailblazer Craft Pizza and Brews. We're family owned in Auburn and Alta Sierra, serving up creative pizzas like our Thai pie. Got burgers, pasta, tacos, and more. If you're a craft beer fan, our taps are always rotating with great local breweries. Both locations are great for team parties, celebrations, and we cater too. Alta Sierra has a private banquet room for special events. Check out the full menu and order online today at trailblazerpizza.com. Trailblazer, great food, great company, and a lot more than pizza.
At Burger Me, fast and casual doesn't mean settling. Every single thing on the menu starts with all natural ingredients. And we're talking a juicy elk burger with a flavor you have to try, a hearty bison burger, lean and rich, or fresh ahi tuna, seared to order. Plus, with their signature favorites menu, these are unique, crave-worthy creations you won't find anywhere else. Burger Me. Real, fresh.
Welcome back. Halftime just about over, thanks to Auto Analytics, our halftime sponsor. What a tremendous performance by the Placer Band and everybody else associated with them. And we were very happy to be able to bring that to you. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll do that for each and every broadcast here from LaVever Stadium. And get the band, get the everybody, dance team, everybody, get them some exposure as well. So Auto Analytics making that possible, and we thank them once again. We're about to start the second half here from LaVever Stadium, and the Hillmen with a 15-7 lead, kind of lower scoring than I thought it would be. That Jordan George and I talking about it before the game. A lot of skilled players out there, but again, two sophomore quarterbacks, and if you're with us from the beginning, you know that it was a comedy of errors with a bunch of turnovers. I think we counted 7 turnovers, and actually it would have been 8, but Hillman covered one of their own fumbles. So a lot of give and take, a lot of back and forth. The Hillman defense was solid, especially up in the front, and they forced a safety. That was the first score of the game, the Hillman forcing a safety. And then on the ensuing kickoff, they drove down. Isaiah Caminiti converted from 24 yards out for the first touchdown, made it 9-0. The Rams were having a lot of trouble getting started with their sophomore quarterback, Jericho Pitnikoff. He found some success a little bit later with a short pass to Carter Koss that turned into a 40-yard gain, but the Hillman blunted that drive. And then they came back, did the Rams, and they capitalized on a couple of penalties. They had a short field, and they had Donaden Tupou, their running back linebacker, who has seemingly a million tackles on defense, also has a touchdown. He ran it in from 27 yards out. And then the Hillman with a big pass play from Chase Rodarty to Ryan Alonzo, who's been a standout on both sides of the ball so far tonight. And eventually it was Caminiti on an end around, runs it in from 5 yards out. The Hillman tried for 2 after a penalty on the Rams. Hillman could not convert that, and that's where it ended. So our score at halftime is the Hillman 15 and the Rams 7. Now the Hillman were the receiving team starting this game, so I'm assuming the Rams will be getting the kickoff to start this second half, and see if the quarterbacks, Chase Rodarty, looked comfortable enough out there. He had the long completion. He had a couple of balls that were underthrown. But for the most part, it was Josiah Day and Isaiah Caminiti with the runs that were powering the Placer offense. Jericho Pitnikoff has some short passes, again, the one that Koss turned into the long game, but also had a couple of other slant passes that he completed. He tried the end zone 3 times, and each time the Placer DBs were right on him. Jaden Smith and Ryan Alonzo coming up, and Riley Nielsen coming up and really stepping up and stopping as the wide receivers Carter Koss and Kamani Burks very much heralded coming in, and we saw Carter Koss early. We saw what makes him such a special player on offense, and defensively he has an interception in this game as well, one of the Placer turnovers in that first quarter. So the Stars are doing star things. Gage Esty has been all over the place on the line. Topu has been fantastic from his linebacker spot. The Wolvertons on the line have been playing stout defense in the middle. And so everybody kind of doing what they expected. It's just that the execution has been a little bit sloppy. And that's, nerves, that's sophomore quarterbacks, and that's good defense. So a combination of things are going to give us a little bit of the sloppy play. The last part of the first half took a long time, as we had a lot of conversations with the referees and the coaches and everything. And so hopefully we'll get a little bit of a better pace as the coaches are talking to the referees as we speak now, as we're about ready to get this second half started here from the Beaver Stadium on the campus of Placer High School in lovely Auburn, California. Beautiful night for football. We didn't have the sun that we usually get at this time in the first home game. Usually blast inside the press box. Didn't get that. Had a nice cloud cover. Really enjoyable. It would have been tough to deal with all the turnovers if the sun was in our eyes, but, I know we like to complain a lot. But everything has been just perfect so far, and we've got 15-7 as we go into the second half here. Going to check out and see if we can find some scores from around the area. Lincoln over Nevada Union early, 27-8. It's 12 Bridges 48 and Bella Vista 20. And our score here, of course, Placer 15-7. So Bella Vista, a very highly touted team in the preseason. 12 Bridges graduated much of their offensive firepower, but they've come out strong on the road, and they put up 48 in the third quarter against Bella Vista. And Lincoln, the Zebras, taking care of Nevada Union right now at Nevada Union. That score is 27-8. It's 15-7 here. We're about ready to get going here. Third quarter action. It'll be the kickoff from the Placer Hillmen. Koss is back there, ready to receive. This kickoff brought to you by Auburn Trophies. They're our kickoff sponsor. That's a short kick, and it's caught at the 37-yard line by Amari Shaver. And it'll be a first down at the 37. for the Casa Roble Rams. I make that the 38-yard line. So that kickoff, again, brought to you by Auburn Trophies. Down over there on Grass Valley Highway, if I remember correctly. So first down. Pitnikoff back out there. Tupou number 3. There's faked him. That's a quick pass, and it's a bounce to the receiver in the backfield. And the Placer defensive back was coming up quickly to close on that one. So Carter Koss, maybe just as well he didn't get that ball because he was right in the sights of the oncoming defensive back. I'll make it second down and 10 yards to go from the 38. Two out to the left for Casa, one to the right. One back in the slot, and Topu behind the quarterback, handoff to the fullback, and he is dropped in the backfield. Right there, one-on-one in a drop. Let's see if that was that is Esty. Thought so. The penetration was great, and he pulled down Topu from behind. No gain on the play. So it brings up a 3rd and 10 situation for Pitnikoff and the Rams. Just getting started here, third quarter. Mark the Phantom Low. Happy to be back on KI and bringing you Placer football. Hope you heard Jordan Georgeson in the pregame talk about some of the other schools in the area too. Colfax poised for a big year as well. And there is Pitnikoff. He is going to short over the middle. First guy missed him, but the second guy came in and dropped him. It'll be about a 6-yard gain. It'll leave the Rams 4 yards short of a first down on their side of the 50-yard line. Make that 3 yards short of a first down. So let's see what they want to do. 4th and 3 on the 50-yard line. And let's see, I think we're... Topu looks like he is going back into punt formation, but... Isaiah Caminiti back about the 20-yard line. But let's make sure that that ball is kicked. It's a high snap. Tupou with a nice kick. Gets a lot of air underneath it. Hits at the 24 and goes down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice punt by Dunedin Topu, who can do just about everything, it seems. And it'll be first down for Placer. A good defensive series for the Hillmen. Start off the second half, 10-14 to go in the half. And kind of set up by the fact that the pass on the first down was incomplete. And that kind of put the Rams behind the 8 ball, so to speak, to start. Ball is marked at the 14-yard line. Chase Rodardi back out at quarterback. Alonzo coming out as well. Jaden Smith, number 4, is also in. Rodardi takes it. A quick handoff coming left side, cuts it into the 21, 22, maybe 23-yard line for the Hillmen. That's Joe White on the carry, number 6. Give him 5 yards on the play, call it 2nd and 5 on the 23. Tupou with another tackle. Give him 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. Got to get to the 29-yard line. 15-7, Hillmen in the lead. We're early in the third quarter here from Lefevre. One back behind Chase. He's going to turn around, hand it to that back. He's got a little hole up the middle. Kicked it to the outside, gets away from one. Gets to the 25-26, grabbed and pulled down out of bounds. That's Josiah Day with the carry. And he'll get up to the 26, maybe 27. So 3rd and 3 now. Hillmen with the ball. Early on, third quarter. They lead at 15-7. Split one out to the left. In motion, turn on a handoff straight up the middle. Trying to move the pile, and it's close. It's another one of those that's close out near the 29. I think he got to the 30-yard line. Let's see where it's marked. It is a first down. Bobby Gregg on the carry, and he gains 4 for the first down. Big play right there. That's the kind of play that Placer, that's the bread and butter. When they have 3rd and 4, when they have 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5, they can turn around and do the running play and get the yardage, and that is a great factor of the offense. And there's Ridardi. He still has it. He's got a man open over the middle. The catch is made. Might have gone down to one knee at the 47, but it'll be another first down for the Hillmen. Ryan Alonso with the catch again on the hash mark. That is a gain of about 16 yards, and it's a first down for the Hillmen. The quick hit by Ridardi to Alonso, who has, as we said, excelled on both sides of the ball. And here is Smith, Ridardi, and Alonso coming in from the sidelines. And we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get flags flying. It's going to be against the Hillmen. A false start. So to set up a 1st and 15 for the Hillmen. So 1st and 15, ball now marked on the 41-yard line. Over the middle's got a man open, catch it at the 45 and knock down right around the 46-yard line. So got most of back on the penalty there, the completion. That was Isaiah Caminiti on the receiving end of that one. He is marked right at the 45, so a gain of about 4. Set up a second down. And now 12 yards to go for the Hillmen. Under center is Ridardi. He's going to go straight back, throw the out. He's got a man at the 50. Got to get away from one, and he does to the 40. Alonso down inside the 30. He's hit by 2 more players and dropped at the 26-yard line. Ryan Alonso doing it on defense, doing it on offense. The big gain right there, and puts him down after a gain of 29. First down on the 26-yard line. Quick pass by Ridardi, and Alonso had to get away from one guy, and he pulled away down the sidelines. Daces quicks it to the right side, and that ball's dropped. Just over the outstretched hands of the oncoming lineman. It was dropped over there. I think that was Caminiti. Second down. 10 yards to go. That might have been Jaden Smith with the drop on that one. So we got a second down. Ball on the 26. 7.5 to go. Handoff sweep right side, cutting it back. Good defense by the Rams, and they're going to stop that after a gain of maybe 1 yard, maybe 2 on the play, and set up a 3rd down and 8. Isaiah Caminiti with the ball carry. He gets dropped at the 24, just inside the 25, call it the 24. Set up a 3rd and 8. So Caminiti on the sweep that time, and good penetration by the Casa Roble defensive line. To set up a 3rd and 8, Ridardi's back to pass. He has time. He's going to lay it out for the corner. He's going to be intercepted right in the hands of the defender, and he's got some open space down the sideline, and cuts it back inside and out of bounds at the 50-yard line. That is, I believe, Carter Koss. Koss had the overthrown ball. He gets it at the goal line, brings it back to the 50-yard line. His second interception of the game. His first one he ran back 9. This one he runs back 50, and it sets the Rams up 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line. Just an overthrown ball into the corner that time, and good defensive coverage by the Rams. They had 3 DBs in the area and just 2 receivers. And what really hurts for the Hillmen is that Koss was able to turn it upfield and get back up to midfield. There was 6:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's the Rams with the ball offensively again. Second interception thrown by Ridardi. Tupou goes in motion. Here's Spritnikov. He's going to hit Tupou. Open at the 46, gets away from one. Here comes two more, and they'll drop him at the 45-yard line. Good gang tackle that time by the Hillmen as Tupou got away from the first guy, only to have three more guys come in. And he is dropped after a gain of 5. It's a successful play for the Rams. 2nd down and 5 now with the ball at the 45-yard line, just outside the 45. .6:10 and counting here, third quarter. Hillman 15 and the Rams 7. Rams got something going here, ball in the 45. They're going to hand it to Tupou. He's got a little opening, but he's stopped at the 43 by about 3 or 4 of Placer Hillmen. They're going to just give him one on the play. So they'll mark it at the 44-yard line. Carter Soderman gets credit for the tackle. And Louis Marquez helped as well because it's hard to take down Tupou with just one player. But it brings up a big 3rd and 4 now as the Hillmen continue to substitute on the front line and in the D backfield, keeping players fresh against the Rams, who have a 3rd and 4. You got to think this is 4-down territory probably for them. Under center is Pitnikoff. Turns around and hands it off. And getting through there is Tupou, I believe, all the way to the 37-yard line. No, that's Jordan Keller on the carry. And he gets inside the old-fashioned dive play down to the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. And we've got an injured player on the field for the Rams. That play developed very slowly, but very effectively, and there's a gain of about 7 yards by Jordan Keller, who has shared duties behind Tupou has been the main back, but Keller's got some carries as well. And the trainers attending to the injured player. As we have 5:16 left to go here in the third quarter. Rams are driving Hillman ahead 15-7. Some other scores, Oak Ridge High went to Texas. I believe they're in Texas against Argyle. They came out with a win 27-26. Sutter High School also going to Texas. They played Bishop Lynch, and they won that one 49-28. Sutter, the team that beat Casa in the Division V final last year. If there's any more, Rio Linda and Marysville are tied at 7. That's in the second quarter. Granite Bay all over Vista 47-16. Del Oro beating Downey at half 42-20. And they're going to help the injured player off. I can't see the number from here. So it will be coming up will be a first down for the Rams. Rockland over Turlock. That's a final 46-7. Central East is beating Grant 42-12. That one down in Clovis. 5:16 to go here, third quarter. Got a new lineman coming in for the Rams. And they have a first down. Jaden Taylor. I'll have to see if I can catch a number there. Darty hands it off up the middle and stopped again right around the 35. Might have rolled to the 34. So A.J. Ale gets the call, and he's down at the 45. We haven't heard his name called that much. He's a running back, tight end, and defensive end, and so he's all over the place as well. We're going to give him 3 yards. It's a 2nd and 7 coming up. Josiah Aday with the tackle on that one. Carter Soderman also helping out as Ale at 6'1" and 192 pounds is a big load in the backfield. There's a handoff again around that left side and getting out of bounds and knocked out of bounds right around the 27 or 28. And that is A.J. Ale again. And he is close to a first down, I think, maybe a little bit short. He'll set up a third down and about 1 yard to go. So A.J., like I said, 6'1", 6'2", so a big running back. Here's 3rd and 1. Turn around and the handoff is stopped. Second effort's going to get him over the 25, though, and get inside the 25 for first down for the Rams. First effort was blunted, second effort successful. And it's Jordan Keller getting the first down. And he'll set up the Rams first down on the ball at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10. 4:08 to go here in the third quarter. Casa, little ball control here in this drive. They piled a couple of first downs back to back. There's an offsides trying to jump on the left side where the Hillmen. That's going to cost him 5 yards. So a Hillman mistake is going to move that down to the 19-yard line now for Casa. And the Rams will have a 1st and 5 at the 19. This all came about Placer driving for another score through the interception at the goal line for Carter Koss. He ran it back 50 yards. And now that's the ball down at the 19-yard line after a couple of first downs. Holds on to it and hit on the blind side and sacked at the 29-yard line. That is Riley Nielsen, who came in untouched on the blind side for Pitnikoff. And Jericho, very fortunate, very skilled not to lose control of that ball, because that definitely could have been a fumble. And a loss of 7. It'll be 2nd and 12. The ball now at the 26-yard line. Quick pass over to the right. A slant is caught and downed almost immediately by the Hillman defense. A gain of maybe 3 yards. That's Amari Shaver with the catch, and he is down at the 23, so give him a gain of 3 on the play. Set up a 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
3rd down and 9.
Now the Rams tried a field goal earlier in the game, so maybe if they don't make this, they would try that. I don't think they would, but it is on the board. So the big sack by Riley Nielsen, and the short completion now sets up the 3rd and 9. Back to pass again. There's another pressure, and he's sacked again. The Hillmen got him at the 34-yard line. That time it came from the other side. Ryan Alonzo in on it again. And also I think Luis Marquez was in on that one too. So 2 big sacks in that series for the Hillman defense, and they push them all the way back to the 34-yard line. They've got to get 20 yards. So I think they're setting up again for another field goal. This one would be 51 yards. So a 51-yard try. So now it's a delay of game. That'll move it back 5 more yards. And now we'll go back. The ball will be set down at the 39-yard line. So a 54-yard field goal attempt. Actually, they're marking. They're trying 57 yards. Hillman have somebody back. I think they figure if they get into the end zone, it's just as good as a punt. There's the kick. It'll be short. It'll be returned by the Hillman at the goal line. Coming up the right side to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, out of bounds over the 30-yard line for Placer. So actually, basically, it turned into like a 15-yard punt is what it turned into. That's Isaiah Caminetti with an excellent return. Let's see, they're going to mark it at the 31-yard line. So tremendous defensive stand by the Hillmen. Nielsen, Marquez, and Alonzo with pressure on the quarterback, and Bendikoff had no chance to find open receivers. Huge plays by the Hillman defense. It's been stellar all night long. And now let's see if the offense, with 1:11 to go here in the third quarter, can try to put something together to eat some time off that clock and keep the ball out of the hands of the Rams. Caminetti has been the most successful. A day as well. Joe White's had a couple of nice carries. Rodardi turns around and hands it off right up the middle. There's a little opening, and that's going to get out over the 35 to about the 37-yard line. A gain of about 6, and that's Josiah Day. He's been the nuts and bolts guy. And then we got a cramp, I think, on one of the Hillmen on the field. And official is calling timeout, although the crampee is attempting to get up here. I guess that would be the cramper. And he is getting some help trying to get up. Going to stretch it out and wait for the trainer to come out as the Hillmen, fresh off that great defensive stop, get a nice gain on first down. They're going to give him 7 yards on the carry out to the 38. So a day has a number of those 5, 6, 7-yard carries here. Caminetti has the big runs with the 2 touchdowns. And also the 30-yard return of that field goal attempt, as the cramper is helped up by the cramp helpers. I don't know. It's over my head. So the Hillmen will come up here, 56 seconds to go, third quarter. It will come up with a second down and 3 yards to go. Ball on the 38-yard line of Placer. Joe White is in. Moving gingerly. That might be Alonzo there. Second down. 3 yards to go. Darty is in the shotgun with he's going to run it himself right up the middle, and he runs into the defense at the 39-yard line. He might have gained 1. Trying to catch maybe by surprise since he had a naked backfield. And he unfortunately ran into one of those linemen up front, and he was not able to budge him. That'll bring up a third down, and let's call it 3 yards to go. So 3rd and 3. And I don't know why we stopped the clock again. .24 seconds to go here in the quarter. No, it was Alonzo back on the field. Big announcement by PA guy. 5 minutes and the snack bar is closing. That's huge. Okay, so we are ready to go. 3rd and 3, 24 seconds to go in the quarter. Darty is under center. A quick out, and it is dropped out here by Alonzo. It looked like he pulled up a little bit, so it might have been him with the cramp because he pulled up a little bit right there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And Locke McGee-McAllister will come back in with the punting team for his 3rd appearance of the night. And he will punt the ball away with 21 seconds to go. A pass a little bit out of the reach of Alonzo. He got his fingers on it, but it was a little bit outstretched as he was cutting off, running his corner pattern. A missed opportunity for the Hillmen there, and they'll have to punt it away. Koss is back to receive the punt. I'm sure that the Hillmen will try to punt it away from him, and now we have another timeout called by the Hillmen, and maybe it has something to do with getting the right personnel on the field for the punting team. because here comes another player. So that might have been the problem. They didn't want to take a penalty, and they called a timeout. So again, everybody's getting their first game under everybody's belt. Some guys probably still don't know they're on the punt team, and it was a surprise to them. And now they've got it under control. So no scoring so far here in the third quarter. We've had both teams pretty good drives that have been thwarted. The Rams with an interception at the goal line, and the Hillmen with a tremendous defensive stand that included 2 sacks and 3 plays from Jericho Pitnikoff. And then the play right there, 3rd and 3, and the Hillmen trying to keep a drive going, not able to connect on the short pass, and now they're having to punt this ball away. Locke McGee McAllister, number 17, is the punter. He's got 2 of them away so far. He's got some pretty good yardage on them, but they've come out pretty low. But let's see if we're the same way. Koss is favoring the right side, maybe trying to fake him into kicking it over to the left side. We'll see if that's what's going on. The snap is perfect. The kick is high this time, and Koss is going to get it on the fly at the 27. Goes around to the left side, gets by 1, and is tackled right about the 37-yard line. So Carter Koss with a 10-yard return on another nice kick by McGee McAllister. It'll set up the Rams in good field position with 10 seconds to go here in this third quarter, as they are on the 37-yard line. Carter Soderman getting credit for that last tackle. So let's see what outlook or approach the Rams try to do. They've had success running the ball with Topu and then with Ale last time. Then they had to go to the air, and it wasn't necessarily the passing game, it was the blocking, the protection that Pitnikoff couldn't escape the rush of the Hillmen. So Shaver's coming out to the right side. He's got Jaden Smith on him. They're going to spread 3 out to the right side. And then it's a false start, I think, because everybody moved with the ball. So let's see what the call is from our refereeing crew. And I think it might have caught the Hillman. No, it's going to be, yes, it's going to be on the Rams. Thought maybe the Hillman reacted to a shift for the offense of the Rams, but no such luck for Casa, as they will be penalized 5 yards. In the face of 1st and 15, now the ball placed at their 32-yard line. And they're waiting to get their instructions from the sideline. Pitnikoff turns, hands it to the first back. That's Ale, I believe, trying to get outside. He's attacked, gets away. Double team, triple team. There's 4 or 5 Hillmen. End up making the tackle on A.J. Ale back at the 29-yard line, and that is the end of the third quarter. Ale got the ball, got outside, was hit by 1 guy, got away from him, hit by 2 more, and then 2 more came in, and finally got the big defensive end, running back, tight end, and got him down. So that's the end of the third quarter. No scoring in that third quarter, a lot of action. Our score at the end of 3 quarters, the Placer Hillmen 15 and the Casa Roble Rams 7, and we'll set up for the fourth quarter here from Lefevre Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low on the call for KAHI 104.5 FM and AM 950, the voice of the Foothill. Very happy to be back here doing Placer football again after a 1-year hiatus. The Hillmen with Coach Joey Montoya in his 20th year. Chris Horner on the other side is in his 10th year at Casa. The two are good friends, but they're also good rivals, as they always want to know whenever I talk to one of them, what did the other one say? So it's 2 of the best coaches in the area, 2 of the best guys in the area, and they are meeting for the 6th straight time, as we mentioned earlier. The home team has won each of the previous 5 meetings. The Rams leading the series 3-2. The Hillmen are on top in this one 15-7, trying to make it 3-3. And Casa Roble has a second down. And it's going to be 15 yards to go. The ball is on the 32-yard line. They've got to get to the 47. 12 minutes to go in this one. Game 1 of a 10-game regular season and hopefully playoffs to follow. Next week, Ripon High comes to Lefevre. We'll have that one for you right here. 7:30 kickoff, 7 o'clock pregame, right here on KAHI. And we are finally ready. Got the whistles to go. It's a 2nd and 14. They gave a 1 yard gain to Ale on that one. So 2nd and 14. Pindikoff going back to pass. Under pressure, gets away from one. He's going to let it fly deep. Got a man. Defensive play, and they're going to call the penalty. They're going to call a flag on the defender for Placer as the Casa receiver came back to the ball, which was underthrown. And they're going to get a penalty on the Hillmen here. That will give Casa a first down. And that was the key to that play was Pitnikoff getting away from the initial rush and making the long pass. It was underthrown, setting up the pass interference, which we assume is going to be a pass interference call here. The Placer coaches are saying, hey, the receiver was pushing off as well. Let's see if that goes, because the referees are huddling again. Which, I mean, if you throw the flag, you should kind of know what you threw the flag for. So I don't know why the huddling, unless somebody else had a different look at it. Again, Placer had a chance to drop Pitnikoff again, who has to be hearing some footsteps as the Placer pass rush has been stellar the last couple of possessions. Placer crowd getting into it, trying to fill the time with some new innovative cheers. As we're 11:52 to go in this one. And we're going to go back to the line of scrimmage, I think, and mark off the penalty, I think is what's going on here. A 15-yard penalty would give a first down because it would take them up to about the 48-yard line. So a hard luck penalty right there on the Hillmen. So pass interference is the call. It will be a first down. Oh, they're going to add on a personal foul as well. So that hurts an extra 15 yards. And that'll bring the ball all the way down to the Hillmen 42 or 43. He's kind of straddling it there. So a penalty and then another penalty on top of that. So it'll end up being about a 30-yard gain for the Rams on a play where the Hillmen had the quarterback corralled. Well, we'll mark it at the 43. 1st and 10 Casa. 11:52 to go. Now we're going to go further. We're going to go down to the 38-yard line. So we're ending up at the 38-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go for the Rams. Last time this happened, the last drive, the Rams took the ball inside the 40. That's when the Placer defense really stepped up. You got to think that the Rams are going to try to keep the ball on the ground because when they go to the air, even though they made yards on this play, they usually are getting their quarterback under a lot of pressure. So now we're going to have a little more conversation here and a little less action. So when the dust settles, if it ever does, it'll be first down on the 38-yard line of the Hillmen. Everybody should be well rested by now. It's like Shaver and Koss are split out to the left side for Pitnikoff. It's like Tofu is back in the backfield. Now, so all three refs are splitting and going in different directions. I think that's a good sign. And the whistle is blown and we're back to action. 11:52 to go in the game. It may be the time when we get done. Pitnikoff in the shotgun. He's got the one running back behind him. He'll turn, he'll hand it to that running back, and he'll be met and roll off the first guy, run through the second, and get away from a third. And that is a great run, a 12-yard gain right there for Tupou, and gives a first down to the Rams. He's down to the 26-yard line. Tupou got hit 3 or 4 different times, then broke free, finally knocked out of bounds at the 26. A big gain for the junior. As we mentioned in the pregame, Casa starting 7 juniors on offense and defense. Now, a lot of them are the same people with the two-way situation, but still pretty impressive. First down carry is going to be Tupou again, and he gets by one, gets by another. He's breaking free at the 5. Down, he's dragged down to the 2-yard line. That one was the line. They opened up the hole for the big running back, and he brings it all the way down to the 2. Tony Ambris, number 16, makes the tackle. But it's first and goal at the 2-yard line for the Rams. So he had a run where he ran over everybody and broke tackles, and that time his team opened holes for him, and he went through them. And once he got ahead of steam up, the Hillmen lucky to bring him down at the 2-yard line. And right up the middle and stopped. The pile is touchdown for the Rams. Casa with the touchdown on the short run there. That's Jordan Keller gets credit for that one. His first touchdown makes it 15-13, and we'd assume that we're going to see the Rams go for 2 here. The Hillmen went for 2 earlier and were unsuccessful, which is why it's a 15-13 score. Hillmen also got a safety for the first score of the game, so that threw the scoring off a little bit. So the ball will be placed at the 3-yard line for the extra point try, the conversion try. Impressive drive from the Rams. They were helped a lot by penalties. Hand off up the middle, and he's dropped, and not going to get that one. Great job by the right side of the Placer defensive line to drop down the ball carrier and keep the Hillmen on top. Our score with 10:58 to go, Hillmen 15, and now the Rams 13. And Hillmen will get the ball and a chance, to put something together to try to salt this one away a little bit and give themselves a little breathing room, as a tremendous job by the defensive line there to shut down that 2-point conversion try in its tracks and keep the Hillmen on top. And that will get us ready to turn this ball over to the Placer Hillmen. Last time they had it, they drive stopped with an interception. And since then, the offense has been mostly Casa, although they've only put the 6 points up on the board. And the Hillmen still lead this one. Hillmen to our left, we going left to right. They'll have Ryan Alonzo and Ethan Fretlin, the 2 players back deep. And this kickoff, of course, will be brought to you by Auburn Trophies, our kickoff sponsor for the 2026 season. Welcome them back. They're a long tradition of being a kickoff sponsor. And it's smart, too, because there's usually a lot of kickoffs in a game. This has been a strange game, but there's usually lots of kickoffs. And Auburn Trophies justifiably gets that name out there. So we thank them once again for being our kickoff sponsor. That is Auburn Trophies. That's a low kick that's going to go over the head, off the hands of the Placer receiver. That was number 11, Ryan Alonzo. And the kick is out of the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And good job by the kicker of Casa Roble to put the Hillmen back at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. 10:58 to go in this one. Hillmen have been successful with Camadini. They've been successful with Ade running the ball. They've had some success also with Ryan Alonzo through the air. Have missed a couple of connections, but again, it's the first game. We've got a sophomore quarterback who was injured last year. There's a handoff right middle. Big hole on the right side, 25, 30-yard line, and that could be enough for a first down. It's going to be right on it. That's Bobby Gregg again, who's had a couple of really nice carries in this game. And they're going to give Bobby a 10-yard gain on that and make it first down. So a nice gain by Bobby Gregg. As Rodardi comes back in, Alonzo comes back in, and Ryan will split out left. First and 10, ball on the 31. Rodardi's going to take it again, run on that left side. This time he gets over to the 35, out to the 38. So much more successful than Chase's last effort, which was met with not a lot of thumbs up. This one gets him 6 yards. Make that 6 yards and gets him out to the 37. Or make it out to the 38. We'll set up a second and 3 now for the Hillmen. Jaden Smith is back out there. Rodardi is in the shotgun. He's going to fake that. He drops the ball, picks it up, and lets it fly on a pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. Had something planned, dropped the ball. Fortunately, it bounced right back to him, and he picked it up and was able to come out unscathed, and he'll set up a 3rd and 3. So 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Again, the clock is stopping, so Hillman going to take some time off the clock. Got to get that first down. This is a 3rd and 3, which has been a run down many times in the past, and so far a couple of times tonight as well for the Hillmen. A lot of two-way players on the there's Enzo Schiavone coming in, the big tight end, the sophomore at 6'3". Hand off. No, it's an end around again. It can get outside to the 40. Going to cut it back, and he stopped. I think he would have had the first down if he kept going, but he stopped. And I don't think the first down, I don't think the Caminiti had the 40-yard line, tried to make a move and was stopped right at the 40. That's going to be real close, but I don't think he's got it. Although if they mark it at the 41, that should be a first down. Let's see. And they don't like the spot over on the other side. But if I'm Hillman, and now Hillman have a player injured in the backfield, that's what the holdup is. But that ball is marked at the 41, and Isaiah might have got to the 41 before he was pushed back into the on the other side of the 40. But we got a player down for the Hillman. We'll see the coaches are talking to the referees to try to little kibitz there on the spot of the ball. As the Hillman could have a first down here, and that's what they're asking there. This side referee, is it a first down or not? Because the sticks haven't been moved, although the first down stick is right at the 41-yard line.
FM 104.5, K283CM, Auburn, and AM 950, KAHI, Auburn.
Robinson Sand and Gravel has been a supporter of Placer High School for almost 80 years. It is our pleasure to be a premier play-by-play sponsor of the 2026 Hillman football season. At Robinson Sand and Gravel, our dedicated team provides a full line of constructive aggregates, decorative landscape rock, specialty soils, and customer yard pickup. For all your needs, Robinson Sand and Gravel is here to rock you. Rock 'em Hillman.
Rodardi, the quarterback, number 7. So Rodardi is helped off the field. And we'll see who's going to take over. Like number 12, that is, I think, Cole Atwood. So Atwood is in quarterback. He's going to turn and hand it off, and right away, maybe a gain of 1, probably a gain of 0. A little extracurricular activity there, and that is going to be called. The call is against Casa. That is David O'Guiney, who did a little bit of a throwdown on the runner at the end of the play, and the flag flew, and it should be a personal foul. So Cole Atwood is at quarterback, number 12 for the Hillmen. And the signal is a personal foul, although it's not a very strong signal. And now we're... So we had a... So the clock was running and the referees had to blow the whistle to get it to stop. So that happened. And it should be a 15-yard mark-off against the Rams. It didn't look like it was a big transgression, but unfortunately he did it in front of everybody where everybody could see it. And that'll be a 15-yard walk-off, which should get us to about the 45-yard line of the Rams. Make it the 44-yard line of the Rams, 1st and 10 for the Hillmen, who just saw their quarterback get helped off the field. So Atwood coming in, and now we've got, maybe he's trying to add the time back on the clock. And the coach from the other side is all the way out in the middle of the field, and he's going to get a penalty for being out in the field. That's going to be 15 more yards right there, as he is out on the logo trying to get the coaches or the referee's attention, and that flag went about as high as I've ever seen. So crazy stuff going on. We had a quarterback helped off the field. We've had a penalty and now I think another penalty. The clock guy got distracted, so he let the clock keep going, so we got to fix that. A lot of stuff going on. It's fun. Hey, high school football's fun. So that should get the ball down to about the 29-yard line. And it's a long drive for the Hillmen. It's not taking too much time off the clock, unless the clock guy's distracted. It does seem that everything is a discussion tonight. And that's just everybody opening night, trying to get everything right. This is almost like a baseball game where the umpires are dealing with the coaches the whole game. I think they're trying to motion up to get the clock set. Placer players getting their fans riled up. And now we've got it back to 9:10, and that's where it was supposed to be. My buddy, the timekeeper, was distracted. You know, he got it together. And now we'll get the second penalty mark off, which should go down to about the 29-yard line. And they said you wouldn't have to use math after school. It's at the 29-yard line. First and 10 for the Hillmen. Atwood, now we got whistles before the snap, and it's a good thing, too, because we fumbled the snap. And the Rams are on the field again. Coaches come out. Did you not understand I wanted the timeout before? So the Hillmen will have the ball if we ever resume play on their 29-yard line. Cole Atwood is in at quarterback for Chaser Daugherty, who had to be helped off the field. The Hillmen lead this one 15-13. They've just been the beneficiary of 30 yards in penalties and innumerable timeouts, clock malfunctions, and anything else you can happen on their first night. Rest of the year might be anticlimactic after this one. And I think the referees might feel the same way too, because they're working hard out there tonight. And so is the Placer Band, who I hope you watched them at halftime. Auto Analytics brought us the halftime show, the Placer Band, and that's got to be a staple. We got to do that all the time now. Next week, Ripon is the opposition for your Hillmen. They'll come into town on Friday at 7:30. We'll be on the air with the 7 o'clock pregame as we were today. Well, Bridges got the win against Bella Vista in that game at Bella Vista 61-20. Lincoln comes out victorious over Nevada Union 33-16. So a couple of big wins right there, won by a FBO member. So we've got 4 referees and 3 coaches on the field. And hopefully Mr. Atwood will get to run his offense here. First down, 10 yards to go, ball on the 29-yard line. He's going to hand it off. It's a sweep by Joe White around the left side, and it's closed down by the Rams, and it'll be a gain of nothing. It'll be down at the 29-yard line. It was Joe White, number 6, trying to take that one outside left end. And Carson Koss with the tackle, coming up from the cornerback spot. He was 3rd on the team in tackles last year and 2nd in reception. So an all-around ball player. And here's Ryan Alonzo coming back on the field as well with Atwood, who was getting some last-minute advice from the coaching staff for this second down play as we go down to 8:20 left in this one. Atwood hands it off, stacking it up. But the Rams, that one might have got a yard or 2, but that's it. It'll bring up a 3rd down from the 28-yard line. Bobby Gregg with the carry, but he is stopped after just a gain of 2. The ball is just inside the 28-yard line now for the Hillmen, as they could dearly use another first down here. Atwood has handed off each of the plays that he's been running the show, and I think the Rams are probably stacking the defense up. They've got 4, 8, 10 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Atwood, he's going to pass, lets it fly into the corner, up in the air, and it is knocked down. Was it intercepted? No, I think it was just knocked down. And that was, I think, Giovanni was out there in the corner of the end zone. He did a little bit of a defense there as that one was underthrown and knocked it out of the hands of the Rams. So it'll bring up a 4th down with 7:25 to go. And 4th and 9, they've got to get to the 20. So, yeah, 4th and 9. A field goal would be about 46 yards. So that's quite a poke. So here's Atwood. He is going to pass again. Under pressure, scrambles to his left, lets it fly. He's got a man open, complete at the 15-yard line. Dropped down at the 12. Atwood complete. That's Ryan Alonzo, who's been the receiving star today. And Atwood gets the credit for that one. Going out to his left, Alonzo found an open spot. The big first down for the Hillmen, although no time went off the clock on that play. So still 7:25 to go. Now the clock is going. Big first down for the Hillmen. They're on the 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Now we have another timeout. Atwood probably didn't think he'd be evading on-rushing linemen here. And that is exactly what he was doing on that play and finding Alonzo downfield. And Ryan doing a great job of finding the open spot. We have an injured player, but I don't see where the injured player is. Maybe on the far side there. But Atwood to Alonzo, a huge play right there to keep the clock moving, to keep the ball in the Hillman possession, and to get them, a nice 7 points would look really pretty right about now as we're sitting at 15-13. Only score in the second half was a Jordan Keller run. And the Hillmen were able to stop the 2-point conversion try to maintain their 15-13 lead as they try to win their 3rd in this 6-game series against the Rams. Home team has won all the preceding games. Big high-scoring game last year, 46-30, I believe, was the final something like that. So high scoring one. This one a little bit lower scoring. Last year probably more seniors and some senior quarterbacking. This one has been, both quarterbacks have shown flashes, and hopefully Rodardi is all right as he was helped off the field earlier this quarter. So first down, 10 yards to go. Handoff up the middle, stopped, might have got to the 10-yard line, but might not have gotten to the 10-yard line. It was that close. It'll bring up a second down and 9 to go. See where they place it. They're going to place it right back at the 12. So if anything, he might have lost a half a yard for second down. So 2nd and 11 officially. Ball on the 13-yard line now. Hillmen can get another first down at about the 2. 6:30 to go in the ball game. Hillmen 15, Rams 13. Placer taking all the time allotted to them by law in the huddle. Here's Atwood under center. He's going to turn. He's going to hand it off on the end around. It's blocked in. He's got one blocker out there. Cut back at the 15. It'll be eventually just a gain of about, it's Caminiti. A gain maybe of that yard back, maybe no gain. It looked promising, but good job by the Rams defense to string that one out. As that play has worked a couple of times. It worked for one of Caminiti's touchdowns, but that time the Rams were all over it. So 3rd and 10. Ball on the 13-yard line. And from what I saw of the extra point the Hillmen hit, this is a reasonable field goal try from here, would be about 30 yards. But they're trying to get a little bit closer here. 6:02 to go in this one. Atwood, he has it. He looks to the corner. He's got a little open lane. Throws it for the left corner, and it's just too far. It looked like Atwood had a running lane, but he also had a guy flashing in the back end zone, the back left corner of the end zone, and he throws it wide for an incompletion, and we're going to get a field goal try here, I believe, for the Hillmen. It'll be about a 31-yarder. It's Roselle going to attempt it. So it's Roselle attempting the field goal. It'll be right on the 20-yard line, so a 30-yarder from the right hash. Make that 31 yards as he moves it back, left-footed kicker. 6 minutes even to go in this one. Snap is good. Kick is up. Kick looks a little bit wide. It is good. Caught, snuck inside the left upright. Tremendous job by the Hillmen. Makes the score Hillmen 18 and the Rams 13. And the Rams have an injured player. (18-13). Diego Rosell, our kicker. We got the information straight from the PA guys, so that is pretty good. What number? 20. Very good. So a beautiful kick from 31 yards. Sets up this kickoff, which is brought to you by Auburn Trophies. Check out Auburn Trophies. I'm going to take a guess here. Online at auburntrophies.com, I hope. Anyway, great kickoff sponsor, Auburn Trophies. So Diego will do the kicking off here. after that beautiful 31-yarder, 18-13. 5:54 to go. Koss back to receive. He drives that one pretty deep down to about the 3-yard line. Up to the 10. Good penetration for the Hillmen. Got him at about the 16-yard line. Great job by Placer on that kickoff coverage and drops the Rams return man at the 16. It'll set up a first down for Casa Roble. That's Locke McGee McAllister down there on that tackle. Tremendous job by the Hillman's punter. And he drops him in. They're going to call it the 18-yard line. He'll set up first and 10. Jericho Pitnikoff, the sophomore quarterback, waiting for his last offensive player to come in. It was the right guard, it looks like. He is out there now. 5:47 to go. Hillman trying to put together a big stop right here. Pitnikoff keeps clapping, and the Hillmen keep trying to go across the line, and he doesn't snap it. So no harm, no foul on that one. There's the snap, the handoff up the middle, and that is stopped. Stacked up and stopped by a horde of Placer defenders right at the 16-yard line. So that'll bring up a second down, and if anything, it's going to be 11 yards to go now. Tupou at the carry, but Naden didn't have a chance that time, as he had a welcoming committee of including Luis Marquez. So we got a loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12. 3 receivers out to the left for Casa. Pitnikoff is looking left. Now he's under pressure, rolls to his right. He's got an opening. Trying to get around one guy, he does, and he's out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. He'll be short of the first down, but a good play by Pitnikoff to get a positive yardage out of that, and he'll set up a third down. Bobby Gregg with the force out of bounds there to keep Pitnikoff from getting the first down. He's about 4 yards short. So it'll be a 3rd and 4 now for the Rams. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Placer defensive backs doing a great job of not giving Pitnikoff anybody to throw it to. And the sophomore is doing an equally great job of getting away from the on-rushing Placer lineman and not suffering the sacks that he did earlier in the third quarter. So 3rd and 4. Again, the 3 receiver left set, 1 right for Casa. The 1 running back is in motion now. They're going to look that way, and the slant is complete. Tackled immediately, and the ball is out. The ball is out, and let's see a signal. We think it's Casa getting the ball back, but that may cost them the first down. Let's see where the ball is spotted. He had the first down, and great job strip him by the the ball because it might have brought them back short of that first down at the 29-yard line. So great job by Placer separating the ball and then pushing it back far enough that they're going to have to go for it here on 4th down. 4:19 to go. I think they definitely will go for it. So big play coming up here. Pistols are going to measure. So it looked like where they put the ball is at the 28. I think they had to get to the 29 for a first down. But let's see what the measuring sticks tell us here. It looks like they're stretching them out. It looks like it will be a little short, if I can see. Now, the Casa signaling they think it's a first down. And, well, Placer is signaling it's not a first down. So I like that. All the referee has to do is show us what it is. And they're still measuring it. down on one knee. They're getting the real measurement here. Okay, what do we got? I didn't see anybody do anything. I guess that means it's still 4th down. Okay. They got to take the sticks back. Let's see if they move the sticks. If they move them, that'll give us. No, they're moving the sticks, so it should be a 1st down, I guess. But we didn't see any 1st down signal from the referee. So 1st down Rams, 4:19 to go in this one. Ball is sitting on the 28-yard line. This time it's 2 to each side for the Rams. 1 back behind Pitnikoff. They're going to hand that off. Right side got a little bit of room. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks a 2nd. And across the 35 to about the 36, a gain of about 7 yards for Tupou. And he will put the Rams in a 2nd and 3 situation. They mark it at the 35, so it is 2nd and 3. 3:35 to go. So Casa seemingly complaining something about the clock, but now they're ready to go, and they bring their 3 back to the left side. Quick out is caught out here by, that's Nevkowski, the wide receiver. He'll get a 1st down and get over the 40 to the 43-yard line. Isaac Nevkowski, and his first catch of the day gives the Rams a 1st down at the 43-yard line. Good quick toss by Pitnikoff on that one. And Nevkowski open on the slant. Brings it over to the left hash mark here. Coming down on 3 minutes to go in this one. Hand off to Tupou. He's going to have to get away from 3 guys, and he's not going to be able to do it. That time he tried to get outside, and the Placer defense forced him outside, and he's going to lose 2 yards. Tony Embridge, I thought I saw a flag go up. I saw a flag go up. Let's see what it's for. It's a great defensive play. Tony Embridge, number 16, and now the indication is it might be against the Hillmen. We're going to have unsportsmanlike against the Hillmen. So that's going to be 15 yards against the Hillmen, which will move it well into Placer territory with 2:48 to go in this one. So it'll be marked at the 44-yard line of the Hillmen. 1st down, and that's a shame after that great play right there. .245 and counting. Pitnikoff is going to throw. He's got a guy open, but it is, just off the hands. Great diving try by Carter Koss on that one at the 30-yard line, but it just went off his hands. Incomplete, and he'll bring up 2nd down. Well thrown by Pitnikoff, and Koss was right there, but just a little bit too far off his hands. He laid out for it, couldn't make the catch. 2nd and 10. Placer band still right into it. A little Jaws theme down there. Seems appropriate. Shotgun for Pitnikoff. Turns, he hands it to Tupou. Tupou works the left side, cuts it back, runs into 4 or 5 Hillmen. Still gets down to about the 40-yard line for a gain of 4, maybe 5. It'll set up a 3rd down and 5 yards to go for Casa. as we go inside. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this one. First game of the 2026 season. It's been interesting. It's been really interesting. We've seen a lot of great players. Now we have a guy running off for Casa and it fell to the ground. So we're going to get a timeout here as they're going to deal with that. That was alarming looking over there as one of the players was running off after being subbed out and hit the ground. So they'll be checking on that. Casa ball player. Well, we'll take a timeout here. Recapping it for you. Placer with 2 touchdowns from Isaiah Caminiti and a safety. Led at halftime 15-7. The only scoring here in the second half, well, touchdown scoring, was Topu with a run for the Rams. They closed it in, and Keller came up. Or excuse me, it wasn't Topu. Topu was the first half. It was Keller with the run for the Rams. Their 2-point conversion failed. 15-13. Then the Hillmen put a little run together. Chase Rodardi, the quarterback, was helped off the field. Cole Atwood came in, made a couple of key plays, setting up Diego Rosell, who put in a 31-yard field goal, and that made it 18-13 for the Hillmen. The Rams have got the ball back. Hillmen have made some good defensive plays, but a personal foul and sportsmanlike penalty has given the Rams life inside Hillman territory here, as we're going to look up to a 3rd down and 5 yards to go with the ball on the 39 when we resume play. They do have that player up over there, so that's good news. Hopefully everybody will be okay over there. We've had a couple of players go down here. As we said, Chase Rodardi, the quarterback for the Hillmen, was helped off the field earlier. He has not returned to action yet. Cole Atwood was in for him. Here comes the Rams back out here. 2:05 to go here in this one. Hidnikoff is in the shotgun. 2 left, 2 right, 1 behind him. Handoff straight ahead. Cut back in. Stopped up, stacked up by the Hillmen. No gain on the play. That will bring up a 4th down and 5 yards to go. Tupou had it, went out left. Got pushed out a little bit further, and then here comes a horde of Hillmen. A horde of Hillmen, I like that. And they stopped him, and it's 4th down on the 39 with 1:40 to go. I don't imagine that Casa will not take a timeout if they still have one. And they have 2 left, it looks like, on the scoreboard. They may run it down and then take the timeout. See how the Hillmen line up defensively as Casa, 2 wide receivers right, 2 to the short side on the left as well. And there we have the timeout. So they were waiting to see how the Hillmen were going to defend their alignment. They had Koss and Shaver to the left side. And now that everybody will go back to the drawing board, and after, 46 minutes and 48 seconds, we're going to come down basically to this one play. A stop by the Hillmen would give them the W. And obviously the Rams convert. They're going to keep going here with just over a minute to go. So we knew it would be a close one. They've been close, within 13 points, I think, 4 of the previous 5. And it's usually been close with quick strike capability. That has not been the case tonight. We've had big plays from both sides, but it's mostly been defensive plays that have taken the forefront. Carter Koss with the 2 interceptions for the Casa Roble Rams. The Hillmen with they've recovered a couple of fumbles and really made some big sacks. They've got sacks. Riley Nielsen with a big sack. Alonzo has come up with big plays. And so it's been defensive standouts mostly for this game, although there have been some highlights on offense as well. So the Placer players trying to get their fans hyped up for this 4th down and 5 yards to go. I wouldn't be surprised if Casa doesn't try to draw the Hillmen offsides with a quick count when they got the emotions running high there, and the Hillmen have jumped a couple of times tonight. So let's see how they set up. They set up with Pitnikoff He's got Koss to his left. He's tight in the formation in the slot. 2 wide out to the right as well. Motion from Znavkovsky. He's looking for a wide open deep pass on the right side. It's overthrown. Overthrown at the 5-yard line, and the Hillmen have held. The Rams showing some gumption. They went for it all. And the deep pass by the sophomore was just a touch too far. I got to feel like 3 or 4 games from now, he's going to make that throw on the money. But give credit to the Hillmen defensively. They had a defensive back right on it, and the throw just a little bit too far. And now the Hillmen have a chance to run this one out and come home with a very hard-fought win in game number 1. Got to really admire Casa going with that play. I thought they might try to work Carter Koss across the middle, as he's done on a couple of occasions. But they were trying to just get the one-on-one situation they wanted, and they went for the deep one, and it just wasn't there. 1:06 to go in this one. Cole Atwood, the quarterback. The exchange has been a little bit of a problem since he's come on, so the Hillmen going to really concentrate on that. And I would be surprised if they didn't just take a knee after the snap. He is going to take a knee. Let's see if the Rams call their final timeout. And they do. They're going to call that final timeout as the Hillmen begin to celebrate on the sideline, but there's 58 seconds left to go. So you've got to look to the defense, really. I mean, we had a lot of turnovers early. Some of that was defense, some of that was just poor execution. But the Hillmen really coming up big defensively here in the second half. Big sacks, big defensive plays. A couple of times when they stopped Topu, who was a very difficult guy to stop, and they stopped him for no gain, especially on that 3rd and 5 situation when they stopped him from no gain, because that really kind of forced them to go to the air on 4th down. Even if he gets 2 or 3 yards, they can go on the ground for 4th down, but the fact that they stopped him with no gain really forced them to go to the air and resulted in them turning the ball over on downs. So 2nd down, 58 seconds to go. Both the players are going to be tired. Both coaches are going to be exhausted after this one, I have a feeling. This has been a really involved game. And we can finally say, let's play. Okay, thank you. And there's the knee. And it'll start to tick down now, as I think they'll have to snap it one more time at about 20 seconds or so, 15 seconds. Cole Atwood came in and, called upon when Chase Rodarty went down with an injury. And we don't know the extent of the injury at all, but Atwood came in, made a critical 3rd down pass to Ryan Alonzo in the drive that eventually gave the Hillmen the field goal to make it 18-13. But more importantly, maybe took some time off the clock as well. So Atwood called on. Maybe he didn't think he was going to be called on, and he called on and came out and did an excellent job here. And there's your final kneel down, and that's going to be your game. And the Hillmen are going to pull out the big one, a win over a very, very good Casa Roble team from Orangevale, who will start the season 0-1. The Hillmen will start the season 1-0. And the final score in this one will be Hillmen 18 and Casa Roble 13. And a really good sight as the linemen on both teams are exchanging, congratulations and stuff. That's the Wolverton brothers out there for Casa, and they're going to have the handshake line. And the Hillmen will really enjoy this one. Now they'll have to wait until they hear how serious the injury is from Chase Rodarty. But for this night anyway, it's a big win for the Hillmen. They start out the season 1-0. A big notch in the belt, the final 18-13. Isaiah Caminiti came on with 2 touchdowns. Josiah Ade was also excellent on offense. The line was tremendous the entire game. Ryan Alonzo, fantastic on both sides of the ball. Riley Nielsen, big sacks, just everything working for the Hillmen. A little bit disappointed that the quarterback was injured, obviously, but had to feel great about the defense that caused Pitnikoff problems. And make no mistake about it, this Casa Roble team will be heard from the rest of the season. So our final score in this one, Placer Hillmen 18, Casa Roble Rams 13. We want to thank our kickoff sponsor one more time, Auburn Trophies, our halftime sponsor, Auto Analytics, and say that you have been listening to Placer Football on KAHI 104.5 FM, AM 950, your voice of the foothills. Good night, everybody.
At Burger Me, fast and casual doesn't mean settling. Every single lean and rich, or fresh ahi tuna, seared to order. Plus, with their signature favorites menu, these are unique, crave-worthy creations you won't find anywhere else. Burger Me. Real fresh.
I'm Jordan Maurer with Maurer Law. With offices in Auburn, Lincoln, Grass Valley, and Truckee, we represent people in serious injury, wrongful death, and elder abuse cases. Once a junior Hillman myself, our firm is proud to sponsor the 2026 Placer Hillmen football season. Local roots, client first, trial ready. Call us at 530-745-6861 or visit Maurer.law. That's MAURER.law.
Looking to elevate your wellness? Introducing Sierra Life, your new community wellness store, featuring premium nutritional supplements, vitamins, herbs, natural skincare, and clean lifestyle necessities, all carefully selected with your wellness in mind. You'll find Sierra Life conveniently located at the Forest Hill exit in the Raleigh Shopping Center. Sierra Life is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 5, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at the Raleigh Shopping Center at the Forest Hill exit in Auburn. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sierra Life are looking forward to working with you soon.
When it comes to your vehicle, count on Strictly Toyonda. Your satisfaction is our highest priority, whether your vehicle needs routine maintenance or major repairs. Our team is ready to get you back on the road. Strictly Toyonda is a proud sponsor of Placer Hillmen football right here on KAHI, and we'll be cheering them on all season long. Call us today at 530-887-0808. We'll see you at Strictly Toyonda, and go Hillmen!
Join us at Trailblazer Craft Pizza and Brews. We're family owned in Auburn and Alta Sierra, serving up creative pizzas like our Thai Pie. Got burgers, pasta, tacos, and more. If you're a craft beer fan, our taps are always rotating with great local breweries. Both locations are great for team parties, celebrations, and we cater too. Alta Sierra has a private banquet room for special events. Check out the full menu and order online today at trailblazerpizza.com. Trailblazer, great food, great company, and a lot more than pizza.
Robinson Sand and Gravel has been a supporter of Placer High School for almost 80 years. It is our pleasure to be a premier play-by-play sponsor of the 2026 Hillmen football season. At Robinson Sand and Gravel, our dedicated team provides a full line of constructive aggregates, decorative landscape rock, specialty soils, and customer yard pickup. For all your needs, Robinson Sand and Gravel is here to rock you. Rock 'em Hillmen.
I'm Jordan Maurer with Maurer Law. With offices in Auburn, Lincoln, Grass Valley, and Truckee, we represent people in serious injury, wrongful death, and elder abuse cases. Once a junior Hillman myself, our firm is proud to sponsor the 2026 Placer Hillmen football season. Local roots, client first, trial ready. Call us at 530-745-6861 or visit Maurer.law. That's MAURER.law.
At Burger Me, fast and casual doesn't mean settling. Every single thing on the menu starts with all natural ingredients. And we're talking a juicy elk burger with a flavor you have to try. A hearty bison burger, lean and rich. Or fresh ahi tuna, seared to order. Plus, with their signature favorites menu, these are unique, crave-worthy creations you won't find anywhere else. Burger Me. Real fresh.
FM 104.5 K283CM Auburn and AM 950 KAHI Auburn.